together and fight this disease.
I come this way before, travel through the open door. Circumstances navigated the path, and life happened all so fast. No, it got lonely sometimes. You see, I know we couldn't make it. Even when I'm offbeat, I still land on my feet, and nothing can shake me, cause I know life took a hold on. I never. This is where I am destined to be. I'm not ready to give up. No. I believe in the miracle of life. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Games to play, can't take it personal. Cause the devil is a liar. I'm telling you the truth. It's all in what you do. Some things you gotta do. It's like the millions. Take a second, see the blessing in it. With much expected, much is given. When I made the living, now I'm giving back to children. Never let the power come first before your happiness. Yes, you can be the best if you go the distance. Mix a little sweat with your persistence. You know that the best things are never instant. Just shine up, let us make it real. Get up, open up your eyes now. It's the moment of truth. No backing down. We're bringing it tonight. Oh, for the children, it's a given. You gotta give it, be a blessing.
This my personal statement. Run the game like I'm aces. Learn and develop patience, determined to be the greatest. Yeah, bobbing and weaving, they changing up like the seasons. Indigenous to the grind, so I do it for all my people. Jabbing the competition, back up against the ropes. You fighting for recognition. I'm fighting just to promote equality where we lacking. Or cancer slowing our road. I'm confident we'll make it. We focus on common goals. Yeah.
Give back, give love, giving something away. Never give up, stand tall to fight another day. 2 toes, 2 feet, I stand on the ground. I'm going back soon and fight this final round. Life's a break with no rehearsal. Learn quickly, they'll come for your role. Can't take it personal, cause the devil is a lie.
Hey, I'm telling you the truth. Hey, it's all in what you do. Hey, some things you gotta do. Hey. Eric Gomes, Duke, love is the word. Dwayne, Birdman, KJ, appreciate you. What's up, Dion Gale? We gonna get you in tonight, man. K Sims, you left. Hey, what's up, Shano? Appreciate you, man. Oh, yeah, we definitely got to bring her back. Jump 2, appreciate you. D-Man, G Brown, Birdman, West Virginia in the building. Mike Biggs, Byron Moore, all the time, big homie. Full movie, Richie Rich, Gary Williams, The Village, Only Dad's Podcast. You back, man, you back. In the meantime, between time, we're going to play this trailer. If you haven't watched 9 Wives, feel free to go ahead and click the link, man, and go ahead and enjoy it. Thank you.
What?
I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were, because they were there. I seen them myself. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger.
Whew.
How many other bastard children do you have?
At least 15, y'all. At least 15, man. I appreciate you coming into the building, man. And appreciate you coming back. Thank you, Only Dads, man. Welcome back home. So, I just think that, I mean, a lot has been said. I believe we should go through the lawsuit itself, and so I'm gonna filibust for a couple minutes because people gonna say, what do you say this? What do you say that? So I actually consulted with a lawyer today, and I just asked for a quick synopsis. We'll go through it, and I'll ask, and I'll just um 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 we'll read it, and you guys can formulate your own opinion instead of going back and forth with opinions and headlines, and you'll get it from a primary source tonight. It just makes everything easier, and we can move forward, and you ain't got to depend on someone else's opinion and or interpretation. You can have your own interpretation tonight. So, and I was late because I was interviewing Mr. Leon Muhammad, and we kept on going over and over and over. That's why I kept on changing the time. So that's why I didn't come on at 7:30. So I'm here, and that interview should be dropping by the morning. So it's a hell of an interview. So he was great friends with Malcolm's killer, and he knew the story that goes on behind it. So there we go. You know, it's because they had a connection through boxing. William X. Bradley, and he called him Mustafa. So just clear 2 hours out of your day tomorrow because it is a must listen to. You're gonna have to go back and listen to it because he talks kind of fast sometimes in parts, but I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it as well. And I got so much information, and he connected a lot of dots for me in my research too. So it's gonna be so that's where we're at with it. And don't forget, you guys feel free to call in too. And if you disagree with my stance, call in. That's the easiest way to fix it, or beam in, as opposed to just keep on typing in the chat. That makes things, because I may be talking about something and forget it, and you know what I mean. But anyways, I don't feel like waiting any longer. We'll start it here, and we'll go through it together. Oh let me get it from another source, because I don't want y'all to. Wait. Yeah, and I appreciate Malachi Williams for sending this over to me. I appreciate you. Thank you, dog. New Boxing Media today. He sent it over to me. So there it is. I was trying to watch everybody today. Man, I was watching everybody today. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. Shout out to Blue Blood and Trill and everybody else, and New Boxing Media. Everybody. So I was going through everybody. Shout out to Drew Titan. Shout out to Keon. Man, I was champ side. I thank y'all for all y'all content, man. I want to say that to begin with. Thank you for sure, because I was locked in today. It just sucks when everybody goes on at the same time and shit. And you like try to go back and forth. But anyways, man, let's go through this introduction, and I'll read it to you guys. I won't be reading. I can't read the comments, so So if you guys are talking to me through the comments, I'm on a different screen. Okay, but feel free to comment because you guys are talking to other people. But I'll read it as we go. Introduction. For years, professional boxers and others in the sports world have called out Top Rank's owner Bob Arum for his disparate, desperate treatment of black fighters, including those very same boxers that Top Rank is contractually obligated to promote. Because this is boxing, a sport with checkered history, and because Arum is now dismissed as just a grumpy old white man, Arum continues to make racist and bigoted statements and purposefully damage the reputation of black boxers without any consequences. This is generally because the affected boxers who are in long-term contracts with Top Rank fear if they speak up, they will be placed on the sideline and not given the opportunity to fight during the life of their deal, which could be 5 to 7 years. Less than 2 weeks before this complaint was filed, top rank through Aram called WBC interim heavyweight champion Dylan White a black man greedy for requesting what he believes to be a fair dollar amount to fight WBC lineal heavyweight champion Ring Magazine heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, a white man. Meanwhile, Top Rank's president Todd LaBeouf, who is fully aware of Aram's racist statements and desperate treatment of black fighters, keep his mouth shut, waiting to take the helm of Top Rank after Aram dies or retires. Since Top Rank and LaBeouf will not police themselves, do the right thing, and move forward as a responsible business in 2022, Crawford, who backs down to no one, will make them do so. By this lawsuit, Crawford shines spotlight on the systemic racism that runs through Top Rank. Top Rank's complete inability to properly promote black fighters, and Top Rank, Aram, and LaBeouf desperate treatment, disparate. That's not desperate. Disparate. What does that say? Disparate treatment of black fighters, including Crawford. Crawford is the preeminent welterweight professional boxer of his generation with a professional record. Y'all know I'm not going to read that because y'all know his accolades, and we'll go to number 3. Okay. Top Rank is a boxing promotion company founded and led by Aram, who has been called out as a racist. But I'm here, guys, so you know. Numerous individuals in the sport and entertainment industry, even as he has made millions of dollars exploiting individuals of color, including Crawford. It is painful clear that Top Rank, and especially Aram, judges people based on their race. Aram's sordid history with athletes of color, especially black fighters, with his bias favoring white and Latino fighters, is well documented and known throughout the boxing world. Aram makes no secret of his deep-seated bias against black fighters. For example, he called the legendary black boxer Floyd Mayweather soft and claimed he shoots up cars, reinforcing the invidious racist stereotype with no basis in fact. He consistently mocks rival boxing promoter Al Heyman, who is a black man, and his relationship with black fighters, saying Heyman would steer a black fighter away from fighting Crawford out of a sense of brotherhood. Aram even famously profited from staging fights in South Africa during a height of apartheid, dismissed the brutal, bloody regimen and mere politics, and saying he did not care about it as long as he could make money. Most egregiously, Top Rank, Aram, and LaBeouf have allowed Aram's bias against black fighters to taint their treatment of Crawford, particularly once it became clear in Aram's mind that Crawford would not be re-signing with Top Rank at the end of the promotional rights agreement, even during the life of the Top Rank promotional rights contract. When Top Ranks had a contractual obligation to promote Crawford, Aram launched a smear campaign against Crawford to paint him as an unexciting, unprofitable fighter who could not draw viewers. In truth, Top Ranks, a company with 0 black executives and only 2 or 3 black employees, refuses to admit that simply does not care about support or know how to promote black fighters. Recently, while most businesses have become sensitive to issues of race and social justice, Top Rank has not. At a time when most businesses took steps to honor black lives in the wake of the George Floyd murder, Top Rank actually refused to place Black Lives Matter logo on the mats of its boxing ring. Instead of standing behind black fighters such as Crawford, it publicly criticized him. Tellingly, while Aram openly claimed that Top Rank has lost money on Crawford's cards, he fails to disclose when Top Rank needed a marquee fight to launch its ESPN Plus contract, it turned to Crawford, its biggest star, to fight Jeff Horn on the new platform. Crawford's successful bout against Horn was a ratings bonanza and resulted in millions and millions of dollars to Top Rank. Top Rank current smear campaign deliberately aimed at punishing Crawford for possibly leaving Top Rank by making it harder for him to sign with a new boxing promoter. Tellingly, Aram has not subjected any of his white fighters to this kind of vicious, vengeful treatment. Clearly, Aram feels he is entitled to profit indefinitely off Crawford and other black fighters. He will retaliate whenever they dare to assert their independence. In this action, Crawford seeks to right the wrongs inflicted on him by Top Rank. Top Rank has repeatedly breached its contracts with Crawford and, in fact, defrauded him into entering agreements in the first place. Even while Top Rank openly criticized Crawford, it pushed him into agreeing to fight Aegis Kavalauskas. I'm right here, guys, so you guys know. I'm about to finish this paragraph. Not because that was best for Crawford's career, but because Top Rank needed to fulfill its obligations to ESPN. To induce Crawford to agree to fight Kavalauskas' bout, Top Rank fraudulently promised to arrange for Crawford to fight Earl Spence, despite knowing that Top Rank could never deliver the promised match. Top Rank also failed to deliver a promised second bout under the parties' promotional rights agreement. Top Rank apparently had no qualms about lying to a black fighter or failing to respect its contractual obligations to him, though it would never treat one of his white fighters such as blatant disrespect. This is the last paragraph. I'm here. Once Top Rank fraudulently induced Crawford to sign their agreement, Top Rank, through Aram, its CEO, launched a calculated campaign to defame, preventing him from receiving the benefits of the bargain. Meanwhile, Top Rank's president LeBoff just sits back with a smile and watches from the sidelines as he counts the days until he can finally become the man and the power behind Top Rank. Crawford now calls upon Top Rank to account for the harms it has inflicted on him and will seek to full redress of his damages. All right, what page is this? All right, that's where I'm at there, and I'm gonna go back there. I just want to take a break and disparage. Thank you. Disparage. Thank you. I appreciate that. That sounds like a. I'm gonna give you the pros and cons from my perspective. What's up, Broken Traditions? Disparaged. I appreciate you. That sounds like someone is. It's not concrete. You understand? It's like they're telling a story without the information. You understand? And I think that we're going to keep on reading, but we have to see Terrence Crawford's contract and see what he didn't address. Now, I will say this. There's pros and cons to this, but COVID is going to play a big part in Bob Arum's case. He got the best lawyers. He's going to say COVID stopped this. We couldn't afford it. We didn't have any fans. We couldn't put a pay-per-view on. Case in point, who did he fight not last October? What's the guy's name he fought last October? Shit. And this is just Fred with common sense. And I done been to court too many times with tenants. So I'm and the court is letter of the law. You know what I mean? It ain't like, oh, it sounds beautiful. It sounds good. So that's why I did that video earlier today to get you guys to understand. It ain't about opinion. It ain't about, well, we think he is, you know. Who did he fight? Oh, Lomachenko and Teofimo Lopez. He may use that as a benchmark. See, I couldn't put on pay-per-views because COVID. I didn't make any money from the gate, so I made huge sacrifices. Crawford was aware that we had to adjust because Kell Brook took this, he did that. You understand what I'm saying? So I agree that if Terrence Crawford, I always take people, if you can take people to court for anything. You understand? You can sue people for anything. And I am not walking in Terrence Crawford's shoes. So I can't speak on his experience. And I won't do that. I won't step on the man's shoes. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I think Bob Arum is not a racist. That is a one-on-one experience with him. But based off of what I read, it's no teeth there. It's just opinion. It's basically my tenant saying, well, My tenant don't like black people because he always comes to my apartment building last, and he always takes 4 days to respond to my calls. There's no actual proof. Now we're going to continue with it. If there's actual proof, hope maybe we'll have it later. But there's no actual tangible proof. He's just going off of Bob. He's leveraging in that narrative. He's leveraging the climate of America. He's not presenting facts thus far. This is a narrative that his lawyer is telling. It's not concrete with facts. And when you go to court, you better have your facts. They don't care about opinion. Well, I ran the red light because my wife was pregnant and her water burst. Did you run the red light? Well, I was trying to get to the hospital. Did you run the red light? Yes, I ran the red light. You got to pay the ticket. And I understand people going to say, and it's to the discretion of the judge. You understand what I'm saying? It's the discretion of the police officer to actually give the ticket. But did you run? And I had to learn that as a young landlord, as a young property owner, you know, and that's just the reality. But we're going to continue to read. All right. I just wanted a break real quick. All right. Because, you know, my eyes be getting twisted, y'all. Damn. All right. Where we at? All right. Where are we at? I'm at number 9. Crawford, who is an individual who at relevant times has resided in and a resident of the state of Nebraska. Crawford alleges on information on behalf of Top Rank is corporation organized and existing under the laws. We don't need to read that. Crawford, number 11. In principle, we don't need to read that. 11. I'm on number 11, guys. Crawford is ignorant of the true names and capacities of defendants sued hereon and does 1 through 20 inclusive, and thereon sues these defendants by such fictitious names. Crawford alleges on information and belief that such though defendants are liable to Crawford for the actions hereinafter set forth. Crawford will amend this complaint to allege the true names and capacities of such though defendants alleged information belief that all this court jurisdictions over the matter pursuant. The court has subject matter jurisdiction over this matter as a matter of conversary exceeds 15,000 exclusively attorney fees, etc., etc. All right, allegations. All right, I'm at 17. I'm right here. I'm at 17, guys. All right. I don't know. Oh, I can't. Okay, I'm at 17, so you guys can see it. Crawford, born September 28th, 1987, Omaha, Nebraska, is the most prominent welterweight. We already know that. 18, Top Rank. Disparage treatment of black fighters. Arum racist remark. I'm at 18 now. Top Rank is a boxing promotion company. Bob Arum, the founder and CEO of Top Rank, has been called out as a racist by numerous individuals in the sports. See, this is just opinion. He doesn't say Exhibit A, Bob Arum called. See, it's oh gosh. I'd have been to court 100 times, y'all. Black boxers such as Crawford, it is painful. Who is his lawyer? I don't understand this. Number 19, I'm just keep on going. Dating back to the late 1970s, early 1980s, Arum have repeated collaborations with South Africa's Nationalist Party government. Arum worked closely with South American businessmen, sold cursor to stage numerous fights in South Africa during apartheid. Arum made a fortune in South Africa as Africans there were slaughtered in the streets. Did he say anything? Okay, let's go to number 20. On his time in South Africa, Arum arrogantly stated, I made more money from the concessions on one fight in 1979 in South Africa than I do from a whole promotion in the U.S. Now, you see, in court, when you say that, that's just literal. No matter the location. I'm gonna teach you guys about law. It can be in context or out of context. I'm gonna teach you guys about that statement right there, and it's because I've been to court. I know what the lawyer is attempting to present, but Bob Arum is just gonna say, yeah, the numbers will say this. I made $500,000 off concessions in South Africa. I made $100,000 promoting another fight. You understand? This, you know what I mean? So there it is. So I'm gonna just keep on going. Aram and Curse also arranged for fights in his homeland. I can't pronounce bots. Yeah, which had been made into the independent black state path of South African government apartheid policy. Aram was asked whether staging fights in Botswana, I never knew how to spell that, lent that state implicitly and intentionally condemned apartheid credibility. Aram responded, I could care less whether Botswana is an independent nation or not. If the fight is bad, people won't tune in. And if it's good, they will. I prefer to let the United Nations fool around and determine whether these people are puppets or not. As long as I can do business and put on a fight, policies, frankly, bores me. I mean, this is the same conversation we have about China. You know, we're all getting Amazon packages from China. You know, I bet I am. I haven't checked the labels. You know what I mean? So I understand. It's Aram's racist attitude are well known in the boxing world. Robert Lee, the former president of the IBF, once said of Aram, he once told me, see, now we're getting to first person accounts. Okay, 22. I'm on 22. This may stick in court, but I think he's dead now. I think Bob Lee is dead. Robert Lee is dead. I'm not sure. Aram's racist attitude are well known in the boxing world. Robert Lee, the former president of the IBF, once said of Aram, he once told me, we will let the blacks and Latinos fight in the ring and we will count the money on the outside. Boxing world champion Julio Cesar Chavez called Aram a liar and a racist. There we go. Now we got first person accounts. That can hold up. Boxing world champion Floyd Mayweather said Aram is biased against black fighters and that Aram favors Latino fighters over black fighters because of their drawing power. He tried to install in our minds that black fighters can't sell pay-per-views or sell out arenas. Now, if these people can testify in court, then you got a chance. You know what I mean? But opinion, what the lawyer wrote in the beginning, I think these first person accounts are important. Aram frequently plays the race card when it comes to his advantage and always supports of white fighters. Aram responded to Mayweather's comments about Aram racism by saying boxing is the least racist sport we have. Yet Aram later commented that his white fighter Kelly Pavlik could not get a fight on HBO or Showtime because Pavlik is white. That contradicts. But I'll just read. Y'all formulate your own opinion. Aram stated that there is a perception that if you are a white guy, you can't fight, and added, it is much tougher for a white guy to break through than if Kelly was a different race. Ross Greenberg, president of HBO Sports, disputed Aram's comments and stated, it is a disgraceful and undignified remark by a disturbed man. Now, if they can get Ross Greenberg to testify, but you read his last name, Greenberg, good luck with that one. You know, Aram himself openly makes bigoted comments in the press, commenting on what he expected black promoter Al Heyman would say about having his black fighter Earl Spence fight Crawford. Aram stated he's Heyman going to say, Spence, listen to me. Don't listen to the white guys, because if you listen to the white guys, they're going to steer you down the road. Listen to me, brother. We're a part of the brotherhood. And if I tell you not to fight Crawford, I'm telling you not to fight Crawford. That's exactly what he will say. Aram commented that mixed martial arts against guys rolling like homosexuals and the fans are a bunch of skinhead white guys. I remember that comment. Yeah, world champion mixed martial artist television, Bas Rutten called Aram a racist. Now we got to get these people to test. If he can get these guys to testify. Aram called black boxing world champion a soft fighter who was focused on money. That's nothing. Aram commented that Mayweather 50 wins, 27 losses, shoots up cars, and is not an entertaining fighter and is a defensive and scared fighter. That's opinion. That's a matter of opinion. Aram clearly allows his revolving racial bias to impact the fighters, and he is obligated to promote. Recently, top-ranked boxer in two-weight weight class, Shakur Stevenson, who is a black man, noted that Aram does not support black fighters as well race. Instead, Aram often blames black boxers by claiming boxers can't sell tickets. Bob Aram and I spoke about that in my interview. Wow, it's funny how this whole I'm gonna take a break after this. While most businesses have become, Black Lives Matter. We said that. Less than 2 weeks. We said 31 already. That was an intro. All right. Aram has made millions off the. I'm on 32 now. Aram has made millions, including by his racist attitude to persuade LaBeouf, Aram's son-in-law, top rank. That's just a matter of opinion. All right, I'm gonna take a break right here. All right, there we go. All right, let's take a break there. Let's breathe. My eyes. It takes a minute for my eyes to go back. They're crossing a little bit. And so if I wish Terrence Crawford well, you know what I mean? And if he wins, he wins, but you got to have teeth to it. And if he can get a guy like Greenberg from HBO to testify, if he can get a guy like Lou DiBella to testify, and all these guys to testify, and Cameron Duncan, as you said, Julio Cesar Chavez to come out and say, you understand what I'm saying? So the courts are literal. I don't care what you guys' opinion are on I don't care what you guys' opinions are as it pertains to I'm black and Aram's racist, and the court system is so literal, man. Especially when you got to prove your case. It's so literal. If they can get Manny Pacquiao to fly in and say these things, you know, that's what it is. You know, hopefully his lawyers got deep ties to these people, you know, and it's not a matter of opinion. It's not a matter of emotion when you go to court, y'all. You know, I'm telling y'all from experience. I know every black person gonna say, Fred, you taking up for Bob Aram. Feel free to think it. He better have concrete evidence that Bob Aram called him an N-word. Bob Aram says, I'm not doing this because you're black. Because his lawyers are going to be able to say, well, you know, the reason why we didn't do this is because these are Terrence Crawford numbers, and this is the cost for Terrence Crawford, and this is the numbers for this fighter, and this is the cost. And Bob Aram is going to have 59 other fighters to choose from, and Terrence Crawford has one example. So if Terrence Crawford cost me $4 million, I can't bring in fans. It's COVID. This fighter costs $50,000. It's a business decision. So that's the reality of court. Now, if we want to take it to the street and we want to talk on YouTube, sure, it's fair game. He's guilty in the court of public opinion, right? He's guilty. But when you go to court, you gotta have A, B, C, D. Like when I go to court, I'm like, I know my tenant don't have the receipts. Don't have the receipts for her rent, right? So I'm like, she ain't got proof she paid rent. You understand what I'm saying? So so that's where it is, man. I'm gonna go back and finish reading this. So we on page 8. And the reason why I'm reading this is so you guys can have an understanding for tomorrow moving forward, because this is gonna be a topic. It's gonna be hot and cold for the next couple months. But I want you guys to have an understanding of where it is. And maybe and true, I'm glad someone said Mikey Garcia. Maybe Mikey Garcia has something on Bob Aram. Ask Bob Aram. Ask him to testify. What I think Terrence Crawford and his lawyers should have did is he should have got Mikey Garcia, Floyd Mayweather, Seth Greenberg, the man on the thing that he should have asked them to be on the case with him. You know, like all these fighters, he should have created a coup and had all these fighters there. But I'm just gonna sit back. By no means am I going to take this as a and this is me personally. I'm not encouraging y'all to do what I do. I'm just saying that I'm not taking this as a civil rights movement. It's just the reason why is because of history. The same way I didn't donate to Tariq Nasheed's museum is because history tells me, has proven to me that sometimes they will run off with the money. So I am not going to donate. The same thing, I am not going to jump the gun and say, yeah, Terrence Crawford is a hero. This may be just about money for Terrence Crawford. Maybe he don't want to change boxing. You understand? And I'm not going to get my hopes up. I did it for Colin Kaepernick, LeBron James, you understand? So I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to let the cards fall where they may. That's just Umar Johnson, another one, let us down, you know? So I'm just going to sit back and let the cards fall where they may. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Terrence Crawford is Nat Turner, Terrence Crawford is Malcolm X, because that's what what's up, big homie?
Say what's up.
Because
hi. Say what's up.
Because that's
what's up, Big Fred. What's happening, man?
How you feel, man? How you feel? Appreciate you coming. Because that's
always.
Because that's what Black people want. They want a leader to go at them, but maybe you don't want that, you know? Because if this happened prior, he could have made the sacrifice earlier. You understand? I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna bring in 817. He got something to say. What's up, man?
What's up with you, man? What's up with it, man? Little man gonna make me put a shirt on, bro. God damn. Flexing on everybody. He ain't gotta say nothing. His shirt, with him having that shirt off, it's saying everything. Mm-hmm. What's going on, man? But yeah, man, this ain't nothing but the chickens coming to roost. Everything that we challenged Terrence Crawford on, when we was loving on him by giving him tough love, by challenging him on the decisions he was making, he was capping for the same motherfucker that he claimed enslaving him. So now he trying to sue him. Bruh, you can't, hey, man, he took the bag, he cashed them checks. You know what I'm saying? Now he want us to fight for his soul. Say, bruh, you can't pull on my strings with that black shit too long, you know. But everybody else gonna say we ain't on code. You did, but he wasn't on code all the time before.
Man, I've seen this play out too many times, dog. I'm not the guy that's gonna stand on the front line, because if we go, Fred goes. I don't give a fuck about Bob Arum. I don't give a fuck about Top Rank. When Fred goes, he goes. And that's
but
it.
Peep this, Fred. But peep this, Fred. Like you said, you took the words out of my mouth earlier when you did your video in the car. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't just about him, then
I'm losing you.
If it was about the cats behind him and the shit that he had been through, you know what I'm saying? Then he would have gathered all them cats with him and they'd have made a move on boxing.
Right.
But he didn't do that. It's about himself. But what it is he went out there with that monopoly money and the shit ain't bearing no fruit.
Well, everybody say bye-bye.
So, you know what I'm saying? He went out there with monopoly money thinking it was going to spin. And, I mean, you had promoter after promoter come tell you what the business was. So, I mean, now everybody mad, but everybody want a point. And, you know, because he went to the only card he could go to. I mean, shit, don't tell us something we already know. And you're going to try to fight against the machine for yourself. We know, say, man, at the end of the day, with the way it is, he got longer money than Bud. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee you Bob don't want his books open either. So we're going to see what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he validated a lot of the shit that he trying to sue him over.
Yeah, he validated things I told him 4 years. See, this is the whole thing. People are going to say, Fred, you hating on him. I told this man 4 years ago, dog.
We all said the same shit, Fred, and everybody call us a hater. But but remember though, they was talking about how he was getting to the money. It was smart for him to take the money. I told everybody it was blood money. People don't remember how much you made. People remember who you fought and what you did in boxing and when you fought them. It's about, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when you go sit in that room with everybody at that table with your peers, so you can cap that shit to regular Joes on the street, to casuals on the street. But when you're in the room with your peers, you got to sit at the little boy table because they know how you did it. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, now man, on the cool, I hate to say it, but I use the Django reference all the time, and it's the truth, man. It was cool, Steven, when you was up there on the porch laughing at all the other brothers getting done wrong, and then you was accepting the treatment because you was getting paid. Remember, you was dangling the bag in everybody's face, and you know you didn't have to fight nothing but trash in order to get paid.
Yeah.
But see, shit, that yellow brick road done ran out. Now the rubber done met the road. You went out there with that monopoly money and them accolades, and they ain't worth the fuck. And now it's everybody else's fault. And now you want to pull the black cape out and everybody jump on. And then it's, man, I don't know how many cats I said niggas ain't on code. Ain't on code. But when the hell was he ever on code? Earl Spence Earl Spence, every opportunity Earl Spence had to shit on him, he never took. And the numbers bear out for him to get 20 goddamn percent. And Earl talked about 40. And he always said what? Blame Bob.
That was a hashtag. Remember, blame Bob.
Blame Bob. But now, 817, he from down there. He just kept, Earl Spence lovers, you know what I'm saying? And then you still got a possibility to earn some of the respect that you say you ain't getting with a Jerron Ennis fight, and you won't do that. But he the best though, so it shouldn't even be an issue. Man, I'm gonna get back in the chat, bro. But this ain't nothing but the chickens coming to roost. I done had people crucify me, you know what I'm saying, and my character and everything for saying these things about Bud and saying the moves that was gonna come back to bite him in the ass. And now the chickens done come down the roost. Hey, bro, when you lay down with dogs, you get over fleas, fam. And he itching right now. It is what it is.
Appreciate you.
Salute.
I appreciate you, man. This man done. See, you guys don't know. You know how many times this man has declined to do interviews that I've seen. I've seen him disrespect black media and be like, fuck you. Like, I've seen it so many times. I remember after the Deontay Wilder fight. Now, I don't want to make this an anti-Crawford video because if he was mistreated, I want him to win. You don't understand. I'm not that guy that's like, oh, no, I don't play those games. But I know I don't want to be used in this situation. You're not going to use my platform. You're not going to use Frederick Hawthorne, who's been on the front line of all of this shit for years. And then when you need me, no, I'm not falling for that. I'm not falling for it. I've done it too many times. I've been betrayed by all these people in media. You know what I mean? Everybody that's betrayed, they've never done nothing for me. I've bought them food. I've given them rides. I've brought them to my house. And so I am not going to stand in front. I don't care. I'm not standing in front. I'm taking a step back and I'm just going to let it play out because Terrence Crawford ain't going to say, man, I'm doing this because he mentioned Black Lives Matter. I need to keep on reading and then I'll let you respond. Then we got Village Brother. Hang in there about 5-10 more minutes. Let me read real quick and then it's all you, man. All right. So I am on page 9 of 23. Okay. 2008 exclusive promotional rights agreement. Crawford signed his original promotional agreement with Top Rank in or about 2011 or on August 22nd, 2018, with approximately 2 years left on the prior promotional rights agreement entered into between Crawford and Top Rank. The parties entered into an exclusive promotional rights agreement, the 2018 agreement, guys, whereby Top Rank continued to have exclusive rights to promote Crawford services as a professional boxer. Crawford will provide this court with a copy of the 2018 agreement upon Top's Rank approval. I'm surprised they didn't put it in there. The initial term of the 2018 agreement was to commence on the date of the first bout after signing of the 2018 agreement and continue for a period of 3 years following such bout, but not an event or later than October 13, 2018, unless terminated sooner or extended further pursuant various provisions of the 2018 agreement. Crawford's first bout under the agreement was, I'm on 35, was October 13th, 2018, 12th round knockout over Jose Benavidez, where Crawford retained his WBO title and improved his professional rate 34-0 with the fight. The 2018 agreement terminated was set at October 12, 2021. During the term of 2018, Top Rank was contractually required to offer Crawford the right to participate in 2 bouts per year. So 2019 and 2020, they owe him 2 fights. That's what the contract said. Crawford's compensation under 2018 agreement was based on the platform that each fight was televised, ESPN or another linear televised, ESPN Plus or pay-per-view. D, Top Rank breaches the 28 exclusive promotion rights agreement. Pursuant to 2018 agreement, Top Rank was obligated to offer Crawford 2 fights per year for each of the years between 18 and October 12, 2019, October 19. So you guys get it, right? And October 2021. So he should have fought 18, 19, that's 2, 19, 20, that's 4, 20, 21. He should have fought 6 times from October 13th, 2018 to October 12th, 2021. Crawford should have had 6 fights. During the first year, 2018, Top Rank offered Crawford 2 fights between October 18 and 19, which Jose Benavidez and Amir Khan. Crawford was paid $3.5 million plus 45 in training expenses and 4.8 plus 50,000 training expenses for Amir Khan bout. During the second year of the 2008, Crawford was only 1 fight between 19 and 20, which about was Egas, and Crawford was paid $4 million plus an additional 50,000 in training expenses. Thus, Top Rank breached the agreement by failing to offer a second fight in year 2 of the 28 agreement. The third year, 2018 agreement, Crawford offered 2 fights between October 13th, 2022 and October 2021. Kell Brook, November, and Sean Porter, both agreements signed on or about September 21 with the bout held November. Crawford was paid 3.5 for bout and $6 million for Porter. Top Rank also paid Crawford 50,000 training expense for each of the 2 bouts. At all times during, so they missing 1 fight. They're missing 1 fight. Based off of the agreement. At all times during the 28 agreement, Crawford was healthy and ready, willing, and able to compete in professional boxers. His average compensation under the 2018 agreement was approximately 4.5 per bout. Thus, Top Rank owes Crawford no less than 4.5 breach of contract. So if they owe him a fight, they owe him a fight. So and they do the averages, right, of the 5 bouts that he had. Top Rank fraudulently into and breached the 2019 Kavalaisa Championship bout agreement. I'm on 43, guys. 43. Okay. October 11, 2019, Top Rank and Crawford into a championship bout agreement for a 12-round bout for Crawford to defend WBO welterweight champion Egas. Both Arum and LaBeouf negotiated the 2019 bout agreement with Crawford on Top Rank's behalf. During the negotiation, in or about 2019, Crawford, his negotiating team, informed Arum and LaBeouf he would not take the fight for $4 million being oh shit. Wait a minute. During the negotiations in or about 2019, Crawford and his negotiating team informed Arum and LaBeouf that he would not take the fight for the $4 million being offered to him. Arum and LaBeouf informed Crawford that he should take the offer because a fight with Errol Spence was right around the corner and that Top Rank could quickly make the Spence fight happen. In fact, Arum and LaBeouf said Top Rank would include a Spence bonus and the 2019 Kavalakas bout in agreement excess of $900,000. The Arum and LaBeouf Spence representations because they were confident they could make the fight with Crawford and Spence before 2020. Now, this kills the narrative that Crawford was afraid. Crawford wasn't afraid. I'm a Spence fan now. You know what I mean? So this basically says Crawford wanted that fight. You understand? That's why I said, man, Arum and Heyman, I'm telling you, Spence. Hopefully someone in Spence team is listening tonight. They paid him they would pay him $900,000 because the expense to put on a Spence fight is $10 million, $15 million. I'll pay you 10 cents instead of paying you $1. You know what I mean? And then they were going to manipulate him out of $900,000 by saying, oh, we couldn't do it because of COVID. You know, the whole shebang, the whole lies, man. Al Heyman didn't agree to it, and when in fact I believe this is what Frederick Hawthorne believes. Al Heyman and Bob Arum worked together on this shit, and they hurt both fighters' careers. That's just what I believe. And I've told Bob Arum this on wax, according to the great philosopher Kyle Davis on wax. And they are so when you guys go talking about Fred Zakoon, all the answers are in my interviews. So feel free. All right, I'm on 28. This made Kavaliauskas fight worth it for Crawford. Wow. So Crawford took the Kavaliauskas fight hoping to get the Earl Spence fight next. So let's put all that shit to bed. I told y'all, Spence and Crawford are not afraid. It's these men in suits that's fucking playing us, and we fall for it every time. That's why I say fuck them all. Fuck them all. They're not on our team. They are not on our team. I'm on number 1. Okay. Representation. Crawford agreed to fight Kavaliauskas under the money terms offered him. 2019 Kavaliauskas bout agreement containing a bonus provision entitled Crawford to a bonus in excess of $900,000, with Top Rank was required to pay Crawford on or about December 31st, 2020. If Earl Spence Jr. was physically able to compete, Crawford is, able to compete in a professional bout, unable to offer Crawford to fight Spence, but he fought December 5th of last year, right? Yeah, on my mom's birthday. Crawford with Spence on or before December 31st, a Spence bonus provision. Crawford will provide the court with a copy of the 2019 Kavaliauskas bout upon agreement. I'm on 44. We're going to take a break after when I get to the bottom of this page. Top Rank failed to offer Earl Spence the fight to Crawford on or before December of 2020. Even though Spence, they call him Spencer, Spence was physically able to compete in a professional bout at the time. Moreover, Top Rank did not pay the bonus in excess to Crawford under the Spence bonus provision as set forth under the 1990 Kavaliauskas breach set. Upon information and belief at the time, Top Rank entered 2019 Kavaliauskas bout agreement. Top Rank knew there would not be a Crawford-Spence fight pursuant to the terms of Spence bonus provision set forth. Top Rank needed Crawford to sign 2019 bout agreement in order to honor his obligation to ESPN fraudulently enter the 19 Kavaliauskas bout agreement with the Spence bonus provision, despite intentions to perform that promise in order to fraudulently induce Crawford into entertaining. Got that. F. I'm on F. Arum and Top Rank publicly criticized Crawford to intentionally harm his reputation and interfere with his ability to sign contract. Dude, I swear before God, Terrence Crawford, this whole shit is my fucking interviews. And this whole shit, dog. This whole shit is my interview, dog. No lie. In addition to his inexcusable and blatant racism, Arum has a history of criticizing. This is my interview, dog. This is verbatim my interview, dog. No lie. Has a history of criticizing black Top Rank fighters who does not believe will re-sign with Top Rank. His treatment of Crawford is a particularly grand example of this pattern. Although Crawford never stated that he would not re-sign with Top Rank, Arum figured that his unfair treatment of Crawford will likely keep him from re-signing with Top Rank. Arum made it his mission to defame Crawford and harm his chances of signing lucrative contracts and other boxing promoters in the future. Arum has made the following comments about Crawford. Now I'm gonna stop there. Any response, Kyle?
The only thing that I'm afraid of with this case is what they allowed him to do while he was in these arenas, in the hotels they were Compton. You know what I mean? Like being able to just do what you want to do at these events. You know, so it's hard to say that you were mistreated in a way. You know what I mean?
I get that. I told you.
If they really lost money on you, that's not really a defamation. That's a fact, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you really lost money, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's something I'm afraid of, though. You know what I mean? Because I've seen how they treated him at these events, man. And he gets treated like a king, bro. I know it's kind of hard to be like, you know, So it'd be hard for them to kind of, you know what I mean, grab that. What you think?
That's interpretation. I only can go from a literal sense. You know what I mean? Like, Terrence Crawford can say, "My trainer was training a fighter. My trainer is an advisor to Shakur Stevenson. I can go." You understand what I'm saying? It's not like he can say. So I mean, so the same literal applies to Bob Arum as the same literal applies to Terrence Crawford. Him going to the fights has no implications on this trial. I believe that if he can prove, actually, it's not really about race. Like it's honestly about him owing him money. You know, the $900,000 so far and the 4.5 million so far. So what is that? $5.4 million so far that we've read that Bob Arum owes him allegedly through this contract. And I told you guys this, man. I told you Al Heyman and Bob Arum were working together. What did Tim Smith come out and say? What did Tim Smith come out and say last week? I told you they were working together, dog. I asked him, I said, "Are y'all working together not to make this fight?" "Nah, well, we doing our man." Oh man, I told y'all. They
And remember what he was banking on, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what he was banking on?
What's that?
Them having the last belt and him being able to convince Terrence Crawford to stay with him because he knew once they got all the belts, they had to come see Terrence Crawford in Top Rank. Remember that? Remember he told you that.
Who told me?
Remember you kind of got it out of him. Remember he was like, he was like, "Oh, because you using the belt for leverage because if he want to be undisputed, he got to come through you."
Mm-hmm. And by the way, ain't no fucking code. If it was a code, we wouldn't be supporting Golden Boy. Fuck that code shit. Ain't no fucking code. Y'all niggas should have been supporting me from day one if it was a code. Y'all niggas questioning shit. Fuck y'all. Don't give a fuck
But
about
no, George Foreman, that was lame. George Foreman that was lame because mind your fucking business.
I'm staying out of it. I'm just gonna report the facts. You know what I mean? So yeah, where we at? Oh, let me get Village Brother. What's up?
Hey, y'all, how you doing?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
So, yeah, Fred, I'm just listening to this,
Mm-hmm.
and in my opinion, see, this this is the funny thing, the opinion that I'm giving, but it sounds to me that most of the, at least the, let's say the first portion of the lawsuit was more acting on the on pathos, like meaning emotional. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, very emotional. Right.
trying to elicit that response from, well, people like us, of like, oh, oh yeah, Bob Emmer's been this and been that. We all know this, right? I like everybody understands how he's worked and all that stuff. But now the issue is if you're gonna come into the court with just emotions, that's not gonna fly. You're gonna have to come with actual proof. Like basically, you gotta have it like several instances of using the hard ER when referring to him, and that's like I don't I think Bob Arum is too smart for that sort of situation. Like he is old and all that stuff, but I don't think he's that out of it to just straight up say that right in front of him, or in mixed company, so to speak. You know what I mean? Um, and then the other part of it, so like yeah, like you just alluded, the real suit is that he feels like he wasn't paid his full amount, and I think that probably would have, if he started out like that and kept it like that, he probably would have been able to get his money. But now he's gonna have to deal with defamation on Arum's side, and Arum will say, "Oh no, look at all these examples I have." I remember Arum actually saying, like this was in like beginning of his career there, that Terrence Crawford is the one of the most easiest people to work with in regards to financing on, or it's like something in regards to like budgeting for his for his fights or whatever. So like there's been recently he's been disparaging. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna dispute that and all
Yeah,
that.
on the streets, it's like, what the fuck you talking about, Bob?
Right.
You know what I mean? On the street, I'm not gonna listen. I'm not that dude, man.
Right.
Just because I only talk about black people, that when it comes to race and shit, I don't fuck around. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm the only guy who's ever asked Bob that he needs black employees. Everybody else got media outlets. Why y'all don't hold them accountable?
Facts.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all niggas be on some bullshit. And this is why we're cowards as a collective. Because y'all type the shit. Y'all type it. Well, Bob Arum has a card in your city, or 2 hours or 3 hours from your city. Drive your ass to he's in New York this week. Drive your ass to New York. Fresno. Drive your ass to Fresno. Drive your ass to Vegas. They make plane, trains, and automobiles every fucking day that move. Use them. I'm encouraging y'all to use them. Love it. Anyways, go ahead.
No, you're good. So I mean, he might have something in the portion that you're reading right now, but that first part exactly, he has to come with all these receipts, and in the court of law, you have it in regards to racial bias. It needs to be concrete, like you're saying. It needs to be so blatant and so obvious that there's no, he might as well he has no choice but to settle, right? But that's
we'll see.
This sounds like opinion. I'm hoping the best, but it sounds like opinion more than anything else. And anything is open to interpretation, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're right, maybe.
So that's all I got.
Appreciate it. All right, Max, hang in there. I'm gonna read 4 more pages and then I'm gonna come back. We on page 11 to 12 right now. We should be able to finish in 2 more. You know what I mean? So that's where we on page 12. These are the quotes from Bob Arum, right? On page 12. I won't lose any more money on Terrence Crawford. If he doesn't, then who the fuck needs him? He may be the greatest fighter in the world, but hey, I ain't going bankrupt promoting him. The question is, do we want to keep him? I could build a house in Beverly Hills on the money I've lost on him in the last 3 fights. A beautiful home. Again, if we did this fight with Spence and put our money in for half of the first and Crawford wins and Heyman wants to sign him, be my guest, for Christ's sakes. In other words, I am not going in my pocket anymore, Terrence Crawford. I think the second to last one is from my interview. Again, if we did this fight with Spence, I think that's from my quote, from my interview. Crawford's never done anything on pay-per-view. Pretty much all these, I don't know if they use but I know he said that on other platforms too. 48 I'm on. While Arum loves to criticize Crawford and claim Top Rank has lost money on Crawford fights, Top Rank chose Crawford's welterweight debut, Jeff Horn. So that's basically he's starting on Jeff Horn and resulted in millions of dollars to Top Rank, yet Arum's audacity to claim build a house in Beverly Hills. You guys know that story. That was the first fight on ESPN Plus. And we all complained about that shit, that he wasn't on the major ESPN. Go check the facts. I did it. The boxing world has taken notice of Arum's statements about Crawford. Floyd Mayweather said that Arum treats him, Crawford, like he's property or something like that. Mayweather further said, I feel like he don't really respect Terrence, and he just basically trying to get any type of money he can get out of him. He basically, Dana White, head of UFC, stated, pay your fucking fighters. We all know that quote from him. He done said it a couple of times. I'm on 51. On information and belief, Arum's statement about Crawford were intended and does make it more difficult for Crawford to sign with another boxing promoter. Arum's statements regarding Crawford's performance 2018 agreement. I'm on number 1 on page 13. Various bouts agreements with Top Rank and his ability to draw large pay-per-view numbers and promote his fights were made only once Arum convinced him that based on his treatment of Crawford would never enter into a new deal with Top Rank. 53. Top Rank making statements that Crawford was not a profitable boxer was therefore unlikely to draw significant viewership in Aram, and by extension, Top Rank indicated to potential television programmers that scheduling and airing a bout featuring Crawford would not be profitable. These comments were made in a direct attempt to curtail Crawford's efforts to sign a lucrative deal with other boxing promoters besides Top Rank. This is all my interview, dog. No lie. Top Rank has essentially attempted to scare off opportunities for Crawford to fight in televised bouts, thus interfering with Crawford's fight to receive the benefits of his contract with Top Rank and for his future boxing. Top Rank's fraudulent misrepresentations, neglect, bad faith, and torturous actions also created legal fees and costs Crawford has been compelled to pay to pursue this action. All these added to fees and costs will continue to cause serious economic damage to Crawford. Again, attorney fees and costs are special damages that have been unnecessarily incurred as a result of Top Rank's actions and failures and are consistent. The Supreme Court, yada, yada, yada. All right, so that's basically, that case is a parallel to confirm what they're going through. Crawford's incorporates by reference each and every allegation set forth in paragraphs 1 through 55 as is set forth in full hearing. 2018 agreement constitutes a legally binding contract between Mr. Crawford and Top Rank. There was an offer and acceptance by both parties, a meeting of the minds between the parties as to the terms, 2018 agreement, and consideration provided by both parties. The 2018 agreement contains specific terms that determine the obligation of both parties. The parties manifested mutual assent to the written terms of the 2018 agreement. What page we on? 14. All right, this is the last page, then we'll take a break, and then I'll bring in Mex. Pursuant to the 2018 agreement, Top Rank was obligated to offer Crawford 2 fights per year. We know that already, all right? I'm on 59. During the relevant time, Crawford was physically, we said that already. I'm on 60. Top Rank breached its contractual duties. We went through that. All necessary conditions, performance, we went through that. Crawford performed all conditions. He was healthy. He did that. I'm on 63 now. As a direct proximate result of Top Rank's conduct, including its breach of 2018 agreement, Crawford has suffered and will continue to suffer damages in the amount of proven trial, but no event less than the court judicial's minimum. Okay. They want the money for everything that they're paying moving forward with this case. Crawford has been required to retain services. Crawford has and will continue to incur significant attorney fees. Yada, yada, yada. All right. Attorney fees, page 14. I'll read the last one, then we'll get the second cause of action. Top Rank's injurious conducts failures. These approximate foreseeable special damage. That's just basically lawyer fees. All right, Kyle, any response to this so far? Oh, Kyle's not there. What's up, Max? What's up?
Yeah,
hey, Roland. Hey, let me get rolling. Appreciate you, Roland Curtis. Well, Al Heyman and Bob Arum are both Harvard University alumni. Yeah. They working, man. Anyways, y'all not gonna believe it. It's slapping y'all right in the face. Tim Smith comes out on Monday or last week. The case comes out, and now we got proof that Crawford wanted the fight. He wanted the fight, guys. Man, listen, all that, I'm defending Crawford. He wanted the fight. But you know what they saying at PBC? Hey, Terrence. Hey, Earl, man, you should be undisputed. They don't want to pay for the fight either. And you're a fan, and you're talking about Al Heyman. It's about this. For me, it's about take down the system. You don't want the laws to be right on one of the 50 states, right? You want the laws to be all 50 states, not just yeah. What's up, Max? Go ahead.
Nah, I'm listening to everything you gotta say, Fred. I'm just tuning in.
No, but it's confirmation. This is confirmation. Based on what Terrence Crawford agreed to, he wanted the Earl Spence fight. Period. Point blank. We ain't gotta sugarcoat nothing. We ain't gotta say Crawford's ducking. He's never ducked the fight. Never ducked the fight.
I've been saying that his whole career. He's never ducked a fight.
And I said it. I've said it. They're not ducking each other. It's those men in the suits. It's those men in the suits that's blocking it. But we only gonna see it with one eye because one man is black. You think it's by accident Tim Smith came out last week? You don't think Al Heyman said? You don't think Bob Arum called him and said, "Hey, can you do me a solid? Can you do this?" Hey, you don't think that's possible?
Definitely a possibility. I mean,
man, come on, man. It's not, man. Come on, man. Go ahead, Max. All you.
how good of a? I mean, I know. Me personally, I hope he gets something out of this, even if they settle out of court. But I think the hardest part would be probably the racism part to prove. But all the other shit, when they got contracts and they got all this stuff, and it shows that he fulfilled his side of his contract and didn't get what he was supposed to get back, I think he definitely has a good chance. And from what I hear, at least, I heard the lawyer that he hired is a top notch lawyer. So I guess we'll see how it all plays out, man. I think another thing though, and I haven't heard no one mention this yet, but I think one of the things he did that was really smart was he waited till he got out of the contract and then hit this lawsuit. Because we've seen it before with Mikey and with Andre Ward, where they sued while they were still under contract, and then they got their career stalled for X amount of time. Where now, like, Crawford can still take a fight or two while he's still fighting this case. So he can still get a little bit of money. You don't have to really be on the shelf while he's dealing with this shit. But I'm really interested to see how this shit plays out, because this could be really big for boxing in general.
Yeah, I mean, it can. It can. It truly can. But it's gonna end up just being about money. I'm just saying. If Terrence Crawford won't, I mean, he should be on in the morning. He should be on Trill Boxing Talk in the morning.
Yeah,
he should be on Blue Blood. He should be on Blue Blood at 4:00.
He should do a press tour for sure.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. If he ain't coming to us, man, come on, man. I'm not falling for it. I fell for the Colin Kaepernick thing, and these NFL players getting checks, posting on Instagram, bragging, and I'm saying boycott, and they buying Rolls Royces, big homes, going on vacations, getting checks from the people that we calling racist, and they want us to boycott. Come on, man. We got to make this shit make sense. I'm not falling for these for these fake activism. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Yeah. See, I might right in the middle with you on that, because I do believe that it's slight activism, like on Terrence's behalf. I think more so for himself than like boxing as a whole. Right. But another thing is, judging by, I mean, being that he's been a top boxer for a long time, so we've seen kind of how he conducts himself. And there's not much about, I mean, obviously this is prize fighting, so it's always about money in the end. But the way he conducts himself, I don't see him out there buying Rolls Royces, buying mansions, buying jewelry. He doesn't seem like the type that's a materialistic kind of guy. Like, and following him on social media, he still does shit with his family all the time. He's out here wrestling with his cousins. Like, he's not. He got a
chain. He got an 8 nigga chain like everybody else.
I'm talking.
He got his brand. He got his brand.
I'm talking about
his lifestyle is not like that.
I'm talking about the NFL.
Yeah, his lifestyle isn't flashy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think it's a hell of a shot to take right now, though. I mean, especially at the end of his career, it's just do or die. But I think he has enough evidence, because Bob is a talker. Bob's done a lot of interviews, and he said a lot of shit that's on record, and now that will be used as evidence in court. So
I am afraid, though. Bob Arum was a lawyer before he was anything else.
Yes, facts.
So that's the one thing. He's Jewish. You know, the Jewish lawyers, man. The Jewish lawyers are hard to beat.
But I was telling Fred before when you were gone, supposedly Terrence Crawford got one of the top lawyers in the game right now. Like, he got to do this, represented the Paul brothers, Mikey Garcia, like countless celebrities in cases that dudes won. So I guess we'll kind of see how it plays out. I think eventually they're just gonna settle out of court. I don't think it's gonna go all the way like that. But this might put pressure on Bob to start giving this black fighter like Shakur that Valdez fight or something. You know what I mean? Because he's got to try to prove, like, look, I'm not racist. I'm doing this for this other guy. I mean, you seen George Foreman came out and spoke up on Bob's behalf. He got, Muhammad Ali's daughter came out and spoke. You know what I mean? So he's got his little stable of black fighters that are like, no, he did good by me. He did good by me. And I think we all know that Bob does a good job of what do you call that? Like of building fighters. It's just once they get to that upper echelon, he just stalls out right there. They don't go no further.
Right.
As far as black fighters in particular. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
right. Yeah.
So I don't know how that will affect the case when he can say, look, I took somebody that had nothing and put him in a position to be a millionaire and a star, but then it's trying to prove like, yeah, but you should have been a bigger star. Like you should have been on the level of like Canelo or like, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Pacquiao even, or De La Hoya, what he did for them in their careers. But I'm ready to tune into the show, man. I'm trying to see how this is gonna pan out. And I'm interested to see if Bob Arum comes out and does any interviews, or if he just stays silent.
I'm gonna call him this weekend. I'm gonna call him this weekend and see if he'll do an interview. You know, maybe he said no comment. You know, I don't know.
Like he did with the Deontay Wilder shit.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, the smart thing for him to do would be no comment. You don't want to dig yourself a bigger hole.
He's a lawyer, so that's what I was thinking. Like, it's a waste of a phone call. You know,
that man's sharp too. Hey,
he's sharp. Yeah, that's why I said you can't fool Bob. Yeah, I asked him about the MBF. He's like, come on, man. Who makes that shit? Yeah. I asked him about it.
I mean, he's been on this earth longer than probably the three of us combined almost. So he knows some shit.
Twice made. Yeah.
And he's got connections like past, you know.
Yeah. But and I don't know if they're gonna subpoena. I mean, we'll see. You know, I mean, Bob has settled this shit. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He'll settle this shit for $1 million. You know what I mean? Like, get a man $1 million. Let's just move on.
That was another thing. I thought Bud was going after too little of money, because 10, you gotta highball that shit. You go for like 30 and settle on 10. Like, you don't go 10 and then settle on 6 or 5. That ain't shit. Like, that's not even worth the fucking
what you mean that ain't shit? That's something.
But the interest,
that ain't nothing. That's a fight.
The interest of him not becoming a star. You understand what I'm saying?
But that's a fight. Like, if he would have fought Earl Spence, he would have made more than 10.
He in that fight with Earl Spence through Bob Arum. So give me my motherfucking money. Give me this $10 million. Shut the fuck up.
But if they settle, they're gonna settle for less than 10. They're never gonna settle for what you ask.
But what if he don't settle?
Man, it's gonna be a
then he gets 10, which still ain't that much. Like,
because check this out. Even if he gets the judgment, they ain't gotta pay him. They'll just wait him out. You get what I'm saying? Like, you get the man. It's a cold game, dog. Bob gonna have some fun. Bob gonna have some fun with this, man. He ain't mad. I mean, from a man's perspective, he's like, man, he's basically said, I paid this man so much money. I took him from the corner office to the corner office. Like, I helped this man. That's what he's saying. Like he feels betrayed a little bit. Because he's a man. Yeah. I through yourself, you know others. And from Terrence Crawford's like, shit. You owe me money. You shorted me. I was supposed to fight Earl Spence last year. I could have made $15 million off of that fight.
Off one. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
That doesn't include the Pacquiao fight. That doesn't include all these other fights he could have got way more bread for. That's why I thought 10 was way too low.
Yeah.
10 in court cost, that ain't nothing really. I mean, it's something to us, but to a fighter that's making $5-6 million.
The $10 million is realistic, though. You dig what I'm saying? It ain't like overdone. It's something that can be reached.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in negotiations, you highball and then settle for less. So if your high is 10, that's kind of low for a monumental case like this. Fucking go for 50 and let them laugh at you and they be like, all right, I'll settle for 20. Like, whatever.
Well, you know listen, he just want him to pay for another house, a mansion in Beverly Hills. That's it. That's all he want. Give me that mansion that you built in Beverly Hills, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
See, but even the asking price of 10 leads me more to believe what I already believe about Crawford is he's not all about that money like that. He's just like, I want a fair thing that's owed to me, and that's it. Like, otherwise, he probably would have went for 50 or 60 and been like, okay, the Pacquiao fight, the Spence fight, possible rematches of both. I could have netted like 50 right there. So let me go ahead and see for like. That's what I would be thinking if I was in this position. Think of the big fights I asked for that you can get me. Think about possibly how much I could have made up front. We're not including the back end on pay-per-views and gate, just the actual fucking purse.
Mm-hmm.
And then try to calculate it and sue for that. But oh man, this is gonna be big. But I'm wondering if it's gonna stop future fighters from fucking with Bob now, which made it weird to me how close Shakur and Bud are, and Shakur went with Bob, and Bud.
There you go. That's why I said it's weird. Like, this ain't no civil rights move because Keyshawn Davis is his boy.
Oh, I didn't know they were close like that.
Yeah,
too.
super
in the
close.
same stable.
And
okay.
And Stevie Colt Nelson. How many fighters he got? He got 3 or 4 fighters that are signed, you know, that have fight dates. So if all this is taking place, you know, so you know, let me read Roland. Appreciate you, Mr. Curtis. Appreciate you, man. Fred, you might want to stay out of it, but with all of your Aram interviews as evidence, both Crawford and Aram could subpoena you to help their case. I'm not going to court. You and your interviews could help her. No, I'm not going. I'm not going. No comment, no comment, no comment. Even if I have to go, no comment, no comment, no comment. I'm not doing that. I'm staying out of it. I'm not. I won't do it. You got that. You got the interviews. You use it as your discretion. I'm not. That's all the evidence. You don't need my opinion. I'm not doubling down on nothing. I'm not doing it. So, but they got to subpoena the interviews because you can't use YouTube videos. So.
Oh, you can't?
No, because they can be manipulated. So you need the original files. You need the original files.
Oh, I thought if it was public like that. Oh, that's
no,
that's one thing.
No, I'm not doing it because I'm not doing it.
You gonna let them use your interviews for evidence?
They can do whatever they want with it. I'm not. But I'm not.
You're just saying, like, you yourself, you're not going and taking the stand.
No, I'm going to plead the fifth. I'm going to plead the fifth. I'm going to plead the fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. I'm just reading this. You don't want to sit there, Max. Anything else, Max? Because I'm about to finish reading.
Nah. You got me, man. I'm out. I'll see you in the box session, guys.
Appreciate it. Yeah. I did this for the history. Y'all don't understand. Y'all, I did this for the history of boxing. Do you understand that? I knew what I was doing all along. Bob nicked the Pac fight. Pac would have won, but I remember that. That's my interview. It was in Fresno. That's my interview. I ain't got to support Bud. I ain't got to do shit. No, man. You don't no. I ain't doing none of that. I'm staying out of it. And you got the evidence. I did my job. You don't understand. I did my job. Y'all were calling me coons for interviewing Bob, interviewing Rick Glazier, interviewing Cameron Duncan. Now that's the basis of his whole case. I did my job. Bob Arum knows what side of the team, what team I play for. Period. Anyways, moving forward, let me bring this back up. Second cause of action. Breach of contract 2019 Kovalev is about 66. Crawford incorporates by reference each and every allegation set forth in paragraph 1 through 55 as set forth in full hearing. As set forth fully hearing, Crawford and Top Rank were both parties to the 2019 Kovalev agreement. We already know he was supposed to get that money. Remember, they released it last year and he got mad, or they released it this year or something. And Bob Arum went berserk. You know what I mean? And that's basically it. 69 says the same thing. We already know that. I'm on 70. During the relevant time period, Spence was physically able. We know that. We just did that. During the relevant time period, Top Rank did not offer Crawford opportunity to profit. But the irony is they probably, him and Al Heyman got emails to one another probably. You know, you don't know. We'll see. He got a subpoena the emails. On or before December 1st, 2000, Top Rank did not pay, so he didn't get the bonus in 72. I'm on 74 now. 74. Crawford has performed all that. That's basically saying he wasn't injured. He was ready to go. He was obedient. He was obedient to the letter of the law of the contract. I'm on 75 as a direct and or approximate result. Top Rank conducts includes breach of contract. They basically say he didn't pay him the $900,000. I'm on 76. Crawford and will continue to accrue. They're basically saying the legal fees will accrue and they will keep on going and going, and that will be the part of the hopefully part of the judgment. Third cause of action, fraudulent misrepresentation. This is going to be interesting. Misrepresentation. Crawford incorporates by reference in each and every allegation set forth in paragraph 1 through 55 I'm on 78 to induce Crawford to enter the Kavalauskas agreement. We know that LaBeouf failed to exercise competing dealings. I'm on 79 now. The Aram and LaBeouf Spence representation were false representation when made, or they had insufficient basis of information for making representations to Crawford at the time. Aram and LaBeouf made false statements on behalf of Top Rank and Crawford. I want to see these emails. You know what I mean? I want to see these emails, dog. I want to see the phone logs. Crawford alleges on information and belief that Top Rank knew or should have known that Aram and LaBeouf Spence representation were false, as they were made because both Aram and LaBeouf knew that a Spence Crawford fight would not or could not happen in 2020. On information, see 81. Top Rank knew that the representation were material to same thing. Crawford, I'm on 82 now. Crawford reasonably, materially, and justifiably relied on the false. Same thing. Crawford is just repeating itself. I'm on 84 now. Crawford has been damaged as a result of the justified, basically. I'm on 85. In connection with the above alleged, Top Rank is guilty of oppression, fraudulent misrepresentation, and malice. We've heard that before. I'm on 86. The attorney fees is 86 again. Number 4. Fourth cause. What page am I on? I'm gonna read one more page and then I'll come back to you, Kyle. 87. Crawford incorporates by reference each and every allegation set forth. We've read that. That's the top. We've read that. 89, 90. These are the same. I'm on 91 now. Top Rank made these representation that without exercise reasonable care competing. We've read that already. I'm on 92. Same thing. 93. 94 is the same. Crawford damage of result. Top Rank 95. That's it. 96 is the lawyers' fees. And now we on the 5th clause. 97. We know paragraph 1 through 55. We know that. 98. We know that. 99. Owned a duty, good faith to Crawford. All right, these are different. 98. As set forth, Reherent Crawford and Top Rank were in 2000. I'm on 99. Top Rank owned duty, good faith to Crawford. I'm on 100. Top Rank breached the duty of performing. Thank you, Kyle. Being unfaithful to the purpose of contract. Specifically, Aram made Aram statements about Crawford because he was upset. Crawford was like, not going to sign. We know that. Crawford expect Top Rank agreement. As a result, Crawford has been required to retain services. We know that. The lawyer fees again. The 6th clause, and we out of here. The 6th clause of action, torturous breach of implied covenant of, man, you know what? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you, Crawford incorporates reference. Lines. All right, I'm on 109. Crawford expected Top Rank, and we already said that. I'm on 110. A special element relevance fiduciary duty to Crawford. We read that. 111. Read that. 112 as direct. Read that. 113. The lawyer fees is 114. Prayer for belief. We haven't read this. Wherefore Crawford prays for the following relief and requests that this court enter judgment in favor of Crawford and against defendant Top Rank by finding Top Rank breach of contract duties owed to Crawford, awarding monetary damages in amount proven to trial and or judicial minimum in court for punitive damages in the amount proven at the trial, awarding interest in the amount according to attorney fees, etc. F, award Crawford such further legal or equitable relief. Man, listen. This case is nothing about, this shit is nothing about race, y'all. They use race to pull the emotional heartstrings to gain favor in the court of public opinion. Here. They didn't say they want to find him guilty of systemic of being a racist or anything like that. They didn't. It's not about race. I'm glad I read it. It's not about race. And I'm just going off the literally what I just read. I'm not going off the interpretation of what I said. Because if this was a civil rights case, it would have been um um uh it would have been some discriminatory ramifications, and it wasn't. You know what I mean?
We gotta get Lawyer Ron on, man.
Yeah, we gotta get. Oh, I'm gonna read from what not Lawyer Ron. I didn't get this from Lawyer Ron, but I got this from a lawyer that I spoke to today. He says, very interesting. Not the most professional opening, written more like a press release than a legal filing. Also, if it were not in a legal filing, they could be opening themselves up to a defamation claim by Aram and Top Rank. Hard to come to a conclusion about their contractual claims without seeing the contracts. This is a quote from a $1 million lawyer, high price lawyer. He represents the most powerful people in Hollywood. All right. Hard to come to conclusion. When I mean powerful, I mean powerful. Okay. And this has no bearing on me. I'm going to start from the top again. This has no bearing on what I think. This is a response from my email. Okay. I'm going to read it again without interruption. Very interesting. Not the most professional opening, written more like a press release than a legal filing. Also, if it were not a legal filing, they could be opening themselves up to a defamation claim by Aram and Top Rank. Had to come to a conclusion about their contractual claims without hard to come to a conclusion about their contractual claims without seeing the contracts. Very interesting was that they indicated they would provide the court a copy of the contract if Top Rank gave their okay. They did not need Top Rank's permission to attach the contracts as an exhibit. That's what I said. That's funny. I said the same thing. Oh, no interruptions. I'm sorry. I am sure they know that. They likely did not attach the contracts because there is something embarrassing to TC in them, or there are provisions in the contract that would invalidate their claims. One such provision could be that TC was obligated to provide written notice to Top Rank if he felt there was a breach and allow Top Rank to cure it. If TC did not provide such notice, he can't later claim breach. The contract also likely would contain a provision called a merger clause. That clause would provide that the contract contains all the terms related to Top Rank promoting TC and oral agreements about that subject matter of the contract are not valid. Such a provision would provide that all modifications and amendments to the agreement must be in writing to be valid. Therefore, TC could not rely on an oral representation about Spence. But BA, which is Bob Arum, BA that he would get him the Spence fight and then claim Bob Arum breached the oil agreement. Of course, TC could, of course, hold the agreement, BA, and not renew his agreement, but it would be a different to get damages based on the breach of oral representation. Yeah, there it is.
It's a fucking mess.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's. I don't see it as a mess. I see it as Crawford won his money. Crawford knows he's up against it, and he fought. See, I wish. See, Craig Hodges said in an interview he went to Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. Do you understand that? He went to Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. When Michael Jordan did this, remember that layup? If sometimes I dream that he is me, like Mike. If I could be like
That was
Mike.
one of the dopest moves, man. That dunk
Yeah.
to a layup.
Yeah, I was on punishment that night. That's funny as hell. I didn't even see that game. But Craig Hodges had the wherewithal to go get Michael Jordan, to go get Magic Johnson, say, let's boycott the NBA Finals. They both said no. Terrence Crawford did this alone. He should have got all the top-ranked fighters, not black, not just black. He should have got all the black promoters. He should have interviewed all of them prior. Now they know what he's up against. Now they ain't going to, you get what I'm saying? He got to have, because these quotes because you got to use first person accounts, you know? We'll see. We'll definitely see. So,
yet to be seen.
Let me open up these phone lines. So we got about an hour.
What time did you start tonight, Fred?
I started later, 8:16, 8:17. I was interviewing Leon Muhammad. So yeah, the layup in 81. Yeah. So yeah. Let me open up these phone lines. If you guys want to call in, you're more than welcome to call in. If you guys want to beam in, feel free to beam in. Here you go. Yeah, I mean, I hope he got it. I'm not rooting against the man. I'm really not. But I'm not about to get conned, though. I'm not about to get conned. What's up, Miss T? What's up, Miss T?
What's up, y'all? Hey, Kevin.
He's drinking his Gatorade. Like he's trying to be like Mike.
Miss T.
Oh, okay. You know what, Fred? First of all, I want to say good interview in the last couple of days, and I'm proud of you. And you were standing on your 10 toes, boy. Mm-hmm. I was with you, Fred.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
But also, like with this thing, I think Crawford would have weighed in what it could be to him, because he has to think about his career. He has to think about things going forward. And I think he's already weighed that in. I don't think he's a money person. I'm with Kyle. I think the money is a good number because it shows that it's not about money. It's about retribution for him. I think it was good timing that he got out the contract to avoid reprisal, because that's what he was going to get. Look what happened to Mikey Garcia. And I think he can win. And you're right, racial bias is not the lead of the contract. I think it was mentioned somewhere not the lead in the suit, but I think it was mentioned somewhere in there. And there's a difference between racial bias and racism. So bias, all you got to do is prove that you show favor to somebody else over him. And you got to have a good, legitimate reason why you show bias. I point to the Pacquiao fight because they were both on the Bob Arum, and Bud been asking for it, and you never got it. The reasonings for not getting it for him don't have nothing to do with miss as a promoter. All Bud got to prove is that he go away from what he was supposed to do as a promoter, and Bob got to explain why. And y'all have done interviews. I've seen interviews you did, Fred, where people was talking about the NBF. Bob has talked and that thing slipped. So I think Terrence Crawford got a case. If nothing else, we should be all aware. Fighters going to Bob in the future should think about this before they want to sign. And that's pretty much where I'm at with it. I'm not mad. If Bud don't fight again, I think he knows that could be a factor. But I'm not mad. But it definitely don't show that he ducked.
Yeah, he never ducked. He never ducked Spence. Never ducked him.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I had, Fred.
Appreciate you.
All right.
Thank you. I mean, now it just to not double down, but just to extend. Now we got to put the pressure on PBC. Get out of Earl Spence way. Earl Spence wants to fight. I know he wants to fight, dog. I talk to Earl maybe once a year. I see him in person once or twice a year. Ain't no punk in that dude, dog. And I know ain't no punk in Terrence Crawford. I'm telling you, the man told me to my face, I don't fuck with you. I said, I don't fuck with you neither. I'm telling you, dog. Like, Crawford ain't no punk, dog. I know it from the depths of me. That's why I said
he looks in your eyes, huh, Fred?
Well, we were like 4 feet away. We wasn't that close. We were like 4 feet away. We were like this far away from each other. But the point I'm saying is Crawford ain't no punk, dog. I know it. And I know Spence ain't no punk. I know it. 100%. I'll bet $100 on it. They ain't no punk, dog, Miss T. I know it. I know
I've
it.
been saying that though. Fred, how long have I been saying that for, Fred?
Mm-hmm. And yeah,
my question is
about Crawford. Yes, I know that.
My question is, if the PBC felt that way back then and now, that Crawford has no value, and Earl works with the PBC, and I'm not putting the jacket on Earl. This is a question.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't the PBC, if that's who Earl works with, and Earl got the pressure to fight Crawford, Crawford got the pressure to fight Earl, and Earl could go to them and say, look, what's going on? Why we not getting this done? Wouldn't the onus be on PBC to tell Earl, we not thinking about him, we don't want him?
No, they'll say they doing the same thing Bob Arum did. They playing off of each other. Oh, Bob Arum don't want to make the fight. Oh, it's gonna come dog, man. I'm the best ever, dog. That's all I'm gonna say. I am the best ever. Period. Point blank. I'm reading this shit. I'm like, damn. They did the same thing I told Bob he was doing. I didn't ask Bob he was doing this. I told him he was doing this. I told him he was doing this. I said, you and Al are playing off of each other. I told him that. And I would tell Al the same thing if he did interviews. Spence is right. Blame Bob. But at the end of the day, they don't talk to. That's why I said, how many videos have I made? Crawford and Spence need to talk to each other. They need to talk to each other and make the fight. Give Al Heyman his 10%, 20%, whatever he wants. Give Bob Arum his percentage and make the fight.
Hey, Fred, you know I'm about to make that meme for you tonight, right?
What's that?
I'm the best ever. There's no one like me.
I am. I'm the best. I'm the best. I know I'm the best.
I want to eat your children.
Yeah. Yeah. Facts.
Discovery for everything.
Yeah, facts.
That's what they know.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
They played us, dog.
Miss T.
Yes.
What?
Have you hit that link to the movie?
I haven't, but I will. I will.
www.theboxingsession.com.
I got you, bro. I got you.
People that be like, people always say they get me. Don't get me, got me. You know?
Hey, Kyle, look, for real talk, I bought a 55-inch color TV.
She gonna watch
it to raffle off on my show.
Wow.
So I'm still broke. I'm about to get paid again, but when I get paid, I got you, bro. You know I don't lie. I ain't gonna tell you I got you and I don't do it.
We're gonna have to. The only thing we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to ride together in Atlanta so you can learn, so you could kind of just get the strength to drive alone out there.
This been over 20 years. That phobia of driving in Atlanta. I don't think you could crack it, Kyle. You the great Kyle, a man of many talents.
Facts, many talents for sure.
Crack that.
Don't forget, I lived the life that 10 men could live.
Yeah, we all know that.
Exactly.
You know that. Just like they know that about you, they know I'm the best ever. Yeah.
You're a regular Duncan McLeod.
There ain't much I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? Besides graduate from college.
Yeah.
You know.
Hey, in your world, you don't need no college degree.
No, you're great without it.
I graduated from Job Corps though.
Hey,
Shout out to Job Corps, man. Shout out to Job Corps, man. Me and George Foreman graduated from Job Corps.
I didn't graduate. I got into a little bit of mischief, but I went there. They got college programs in Job Corps. In case people didn't know, I went up there to get the free education.
I was the man. I was a big fish in a small pond.
Which Job Corps you went to?
Treasure Island in San Francisco.
I went to Pittsburgh.
I worked there for 5 years. Best job I ever had in my life. The most fulfilling job. Listen, I was poor. I was broke as hell. But I got up every morning happy to go there.
It was fun.
I made a difference. See, I was Fred 5 years ago. Now, now I'm like, fuck them kids. Fuck everybody for real. But back in them days, man, listen, Coach Kyle, man, listen, I changed a lot of them kids' lives, man. A lot of them kids still hit me to this day, man. Telling me how much, I changed their life, helped change their lives, man. And people did the same thing for me when I was there, man. Shout out to Coach Hill. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, Kyle. That's a fun place to go. A lot of people don't know about that, but it's a good government program. And, it's an alternative to other things that you might not have been able to access, or, maybe you couldn't finish high school for whatever reason. If you want to go to college, they got Job Corps where you go straight to college. I mean, it's definitely the lick. They feed you, house you, all that.
You know what's crazy, Fred?
I ain't gonna hold y'all up.
Miss T, hold on, Stephen. Since you was the Job Corps, you got to hear this.
Okay.
What?
I'm gonna tell y'all there was the 3 reasons why I was the Job Corps. You want to know the 3 reasons, Miss T?
Women.
Free food, basketball team, no roaches. The no roaches was number 1 on the list.
Oh man, you didn't like them crawling out your cereal?
Listen, man, the roaches my grandpa had in his house were disrespectful.
Man,
they had no respect for light or nothing. You hit the light, they supposed to scatter.
They form Voltron on you, huh?
The motherfuckers was like, nigga, hey, brother, hit that fucking light, my man.
Facts.
Facts. It was like George Apartment. Remember how George Apartment had like you ever seen that movie, Fred?
Oh yeah.
You ever seen Joe's Apartment, Fred?
Seen what?
Joe's Apartment.
No, I haven't seen that.
So I mean, these roaches were absolutely great. I mean, they built shit. They cleaned up after themselves. They cleaned up after him. I mean, they folded the man's clothes. They did everything.
Having babies every day.
The roaches I had, not even close. So disrespectful, man. You couldn't even leave your food down for 2 seconds without them niggas jumping on it. I used to twitch them niggas down. I used to put them niggas in a jar and set them on fire and shit, drop hot wax on them and shit like that.
Damn. I went to Job Corps to get away from my mom. She was, not that I don't love my mom, she was tough. She was tough. Fred, my mom was tough.
I bet.
I had to get away. It was her way or the highway.
Yeah.
I had to get on the highway.
Right. Yeah. My mom and my sister had differences as well.
Oh,
my
teenagers.
sister went to Job Corps. My sister went to Job Corps.
That is something with mothers and daughters.
Yeah. Job Corps is the best thing that ever happened to me, man. I can't lie to you.
I'm glad it was Job Corps. I'm glad it worked out for both of y'all.
Yeah, man. Glad it wasn't prison.
Job Corps, if I'm not mistaken. I believe she did. I gotta ask her. I was younger than my sister, so I don't remember. Say it again.
I joined the Navy from Job Corps.
I figured that. Yeah. I put that together.
I mean, that's how you was able to stay in the Army for so long, going to Job Corps.
Navy.
Yeah. Navy. Yeah. I had to get up out of there. Then Job Corps, I had to get up out because I felt like I wasn't going nowhere. But I'm gonna say I was dumb because all I had to do was finish the college. I would have went to University of Pitt. Like as long as you're doing well, they'll keep paying nonstop. And in my head, I was gonna go to law school. But I was fresh from my mama's skirt, doing what I do, and the Navy became a good option. So that's how that went.
I tell you what, I used to tell people all the time when I was at Job Corps. They started with, man, I'm ready to go, bro. I want to go. I'm like, where are you going? Where are you going? I used to tell these kids all the time, where do you think you're going? You already left your mama's house. You're going to go right back to your mama's house? You're going to be homeless? Shut the fuck up. Make this goddamn bed and clean that goddamn bathroom. Shut the fuck up. That's how I talk to these niggas, man. Listen, nigga, you always talking about, oh, I want to leave. I want to go back to my mama. Bro, your mama don't want you there. That's why you at Job Corps right now. Shut the fuck up and go in this game room nigga, and put some shoes on and not them flip flops, nigga.
Hey, Cal, you remember meetings?
Huh?
Meetings you had to earn points?
You said the what?
The meetings, you know how they had like counselors?
Oh, every Monday.
Yeah. Man, you get points and it's like money. So like out of that horseback ride.
Oh, ours was on Wednesday. We had Wednesday once a month meetings.
Yeah. It was
hell yeah, them shits was fun. We had the wheel at mine. We get to spin the wheel and shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, shit. And then you get privileges for how many meetings you attend. So, I got into the 2-person dorm. I had to work for that shit. You get there, you be in like a room with 6 other bitches, and that seemed too much. So I had to work my way down to get in a 2-man room in your own bathroom.
See, you know what I didn't like about the kids that I used to coach though, Fred? They had hot water. And they used to complain and shit, man. Our water used to stay cold for about it wasn't even 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't get in the shower when you started to run that water, the water got so fucking cold. You could not take a shower in the morning. You had to get in and get the fuck out of there. And every break, they'll tell us they're going to fix the water. And then we'll go back and try to take a long shower. Big mistake. Big fucking mistake.
Yeah, I learned how to volunteer and give more of myself in Job Corps because we was up there by old folks' homes. Matter of fact, we was on top of the hill where they shot the old school, the black and white movie of that zombie-like movie. I had the name, but it was like that old school zombie-like movie where the people were in the hospital. It was an old hospital. They still have Night of the Walking Dead or something like that, the old school one. And that hospital still sit there, and you go look in the windows and see the blood splatter on the road. Oh, my goodness. But that was real blood on them walls. Of course, it's like quarantine off, but we would sneak up there and look all through it. It was also a prison on top of that hill for kids.
Hey, Kev, I did security. That's what I do now.
Yeah.
You always kept a security job, man.
I know people got that look like.
No, I always dial down. Like when people are answering, I physically dial down so I don't interrupt. That's why people in the chat be misdiagnosing me. Oh, Fred, I'm angry, man. Fred, no, I take myself to a space where I can listen.
Yeah, there was only about 1 or 2 times where Fred was like, just like, nigga, shut the fuck up. And me and him both would sleep on the damn show.
Now, yeah. Wesley Muhammad is the only one where I've been waiting to cuss him out for years, dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I've been waiting for years to curse him out. So I just didn't. I don't respect how he moves. So
who did we fall asleep on, Fred, that day?
Shit. It's on Instagram. I don't know.
That shit was funny as hell, though. We was out.
Yeah. I wasn't asleep, but I was just sitting there. I wasn't asleep, but you were asleep. I wasn't asleep.
I was in the motherfucker,
Yeah,
boy.
asleep.
How you play the song when you be falling asleep, you be out of it. That's
Man,
a free
listen.
fall for every cow sleeping.
I be working them crazy ass hours, man. Listen, for the next 4-5 months though, I'm going crazy. I'm be working crazy ass hours. I'm going exempt. I'm finna bust their goddamn head open. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to do everything Fred told me not to do. And then next year I'm gonna do everything he told me to do.
Cal, how old are you? You like 30, 31?
33.
You young. Yeah, you can do all that.
Nah, you can't. You can't. I got more kids than the Wayans, man. I can't be doing it. But I got a plan. I got a plan. The plan is to do ignorant nigga shit this year, and next year, be Fred, be frugal Fred. You know what I'm saying? Don't spend no money on nothing but pistachios and orange juice.
Pretty much. That's what I'm.
Hey,
that's what I'm dying to
they
get
ain't gonna
now.
be serious by the time y'all get old. So I advise everybody to be frugal Fred. That
Frugal
shit gonna be
them up.
gone. But save your dollars.
Yeah, I'm building my kids into helpers. You know, right now I want them to I want to treat them so good right now when they're growing up that they go back and say, you know what, I gotta take care of my daddy. Cause when I was a baby and when I was growing up, he took care of me. He bought me everything I ever wanted. So you know what I gotta do? I gotta change his nasty ass diaper. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people just say, fuck them kids, but you realize that your ass gonna end up in a nursing home. You know what I'm saying? Get mistreated. So you might want to treat our kids right. You know, people like, white people. But my homeboys like, man, dude, Christmas just passed. You already bought your kid a toy? I said, yeah, she gonna remember that. She gonna remember that when she was in Chuck E. Cheese and it didn't have a red color pony. She had to go to Walmart and get an LOL doll. She gonna remember that. She gonna remember that.
The thing about it is they will come back to it, but once they turn 18, you and Fred, y'all gonna go through some shit. It happens to everybody. And you gonna be like shocked as hell. But they go through a little change when they try to transition from child to adulthood, like 18 to 24. Them gonna be some rough years for y'all. So
now I'm gonna nip that in the bud. You know how I'm gonna nip that in the bud, Miss T?
How you do it?
I'm gonna sit them down and we're gonna watch Marvin Gaye and his daddy. You come fucking with me. I'm gonna go to LA and borrow Fred gun.
That's an interesting story. But you're right. You know, even if they depart, if you give your kids a foundation, they'll depart, but they'll come back and they will take care of you in your old age. Y'all want y'all daughters because look, your son might not do as much as your daughter.
So. Hey, y'all seen that meme? Remember that meme when it was like the dude was robbing people? He said, "You come and running up on me, you will get clapped." Exactly. Man, listen, my daddy, my my dad used to always tell us that if you ran up on him, he was gonna treat you like he didn't know you, like you was a grown man on the street, and he was gonna take on all the stops to make sure he whooped your ass. And my brother thought it was a good idea to run up on him, and my dad beat the brakes off of him. I mean, you see my brother's face afterwards, man. You'd have thought he was in a prize fight and didn't get no prize. You know what I'm saying? That nigga looked like Martin. Hey, he looked like Martin. Tommy Hearn got a hold of him.
Hey, what's up with that with young dudes wanting to challenge their dad?
Huh?
What's up? Huh?
I can't hear you.
I said, what's up with that when young guys get a certain age, probably around 16, they want to challenge their dad? What is up with that?
I don't know, man. I think most of it is like your dad not being there as much as you want him to. You know? It's a little resentment more than anything. You know what I mean? That's what it was for me. I was a little resentment. You know. One of them ass whoopers you didn't deserve. At least one of them. You know. Now I deserved every ass whooping I ever got, but two of them I didn't deserve, man. I didn't deserve 2 ass whoopings that I got. One of them was somebody hit me in the back of the head, so I had to put them hands on him. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy with my ass for that. I'm like, damn, nigga hit me first. You know? And shit, he beat me like I was a grown ass man. So that was an ass whoop. That was one ass whoop I didn't deserve. But all the other ones though, from what I can remember, I deserved every single one of them. Anytime my grandpa attacked that ass, man, I deserved it. I'm telling you. You know, every ass one I ever got, I deserved. Every one of them.
My mom, she didn't spare no rod, and then she got my dad to whoop me. I can tell you right now, whatever he whooped me for, I never did again. That was a one-time shop thing right there. But if she whooped me, oh my God, that was just bad. And I used to get them like every other day. But I don't know why I kept trying her. But I mean, some of them, I believe some of them ass whoopings I deserve. I'm gonna say most, but some of them I didn't.
Yeah, I deserved a lot of them ass whoopings. Listen,
I needed them.
Hey, you know what's crazy though? Most of them ass whoopings I remember. I remember the exact thing that I did to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like this one time, you know, my dad, you know, shout out to my pops when that motherfucker, man, he like a ninja. He come sneaking up at the schoolhouse, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm talking shit. You know what I mean? I'm causing issues. You know what I mean? I wasn't shit as a kid. I mean, I'm just talking shit to the teacher. You know what I mean? And I'm showing the fuck out. I'm a class clown. And this motherfucker, man, came through with them gators and that trench coat and that 3-piece suit. I said, fuck. I knew an ass was coming. You can hear the shadow. You know what I'm saying? You can just hear the nigga like Shaft. You know what I mean? And I knew an ass was coming, boy.
Right.
And what he used to do is he'd take you down the hill, like he'd take you off the campus, down the hill, get that belt, wear your ass out. I mean, tear you the fuck up. And then tell you to shut that crying up, wipe your goddamn eyes, and go back and go sit your ass down. And you know when you got an ass whooping, the rest of the day you was just quiet. You know what I mean? And you know, I talk hella much. So niggas be like, Kyle, what's up, bro? You gonna talk? Hell no, I ain't saying shit for the rest of the day. Cause this nigga come back up here and get me again, you know, hell no. That motherfucker, you never knew when he was coming. He was the feds, Fred. I'm telling you, that nigga was like the feds. You know what I'm saying? You was out here balling out of control.
The most amazing thing, I cut you off on purpose, is y'all are literally chronologically going through y'all life and shit. It's like
man, my daddy was around.
Y'all doing the cross sections of autobiographies and shit. You know what I mean? But God, I'm just listening. I'm not rushing y'all, and I'm not rushing y'all at all. I'm just saying what I'm hearing.
Hey, Fred,
went through the same thing.
You ever got your ass whooped by your mama?
Did I? Yeah, that was her go-to until I got in the 8th grade or 7th grade. She couldn't hit me no more.
Why not?
What me at school, and
why the fuck not?
Huh? Because it didn't hurt no more after that. Didn't hurt.
Shit, your mama, what my mama did?
Man, I would grab the belt. Like, come on, stop. It's over. I told my mom literally, stop. It's over. It don't bother me now. Like it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do. But I wasn't a bad kid. I was just a rambunctious kid that stayed late at the park. I didn't sell drugs. I didn't get high. I didn't smoke weed. I wasn't sexually active really till I got to high school, so I wasn't really a bad kid. I just liked hanging out.
Man, good for you, Fred. Let me tell you this, man. My mom punched me all in my goddamn head this one time, boy. And I barely even said no shit. I didn't even really say nothing. But she asked me to do some shit. And I was like, I'm going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, like a little slick mouth. Went upside my goddamn head. She broke her pinky on my goddamn skull, nigga.
Damn.
And after that, she ain't getting nothing out of me after that. I ain't giving no back talk after that ass whoop. Yeah, that was a fist. You know what I'm saying? The old fisticuffs. You know what I'm saying? She put them fists on me. So your mom didn't sock you up in that like that?
I mean, I got smacked and shit. Yeah, for sure.
No, I said sock. Smack and sock.
Whatever she had to do. If she was a single mom, I had a stepfather who was great, but he died.
Damn.
He died.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, it's reality. He died, and around the riots. So I was in 10th grade, 11th grade. It was 9th, 10th grade. He died, not 9th and 10th. Like you can't die twice, but I think like the 9th grade, and then the house went to foreclosure, and they split that, and then we moved my 11th grade year to Venice. With that, so
was it good that happened?
Oh, he was a very good stepfather, very good stepfather. I don't know as it pertains to my mom and their relationship, but to me, I mean, he was a good man. I need to go visit him. He's out there in Riverside. He was a military man. I should go visit.
You got to do that because you be visiting everybody.
Just to tell him thank you. Yeah, I should go do that. Wiley Washington was his name. Well, I guess he was because my mom still kept his last name, so I would assume they had a good relationship. She still has his last name. So.
That's dope. That's dope.
I had the same story. My mom would be in front of the whole school. I jump out, try to run in. The teacher caught me, turned me around, and pushed me towards my mama. Not hard, but pushed me back. Got whipped in front of everybody, and then I had to go to school all day. You talking about a girl, man? But I deserve to ask her because I did something she told me not to do. But it builds character. That's what I say. You need those ass whoopings.
Hey, Miss T, my daddy used to come up to the school, right? And turn it to the teacher. So, like, we was in Oakland, so we had some unruly ass kids, right? My dad would come in there smashing. He'd tell everybody, sit your asses down. Y'all act like y'all got some goddamn shit up in this classroom. The teacher is in the corner just like watching this black man take charge of his classroom and shit like, thank God this motherfucker came here today. Because these niggas, motherfuckers acting a fool. Niggas standing on the desk and shit. And my dad, back in them days, you could snatch a kid up, and what nothing happened to you. Man, my brother and his partners was like, man, your daddy snatched us up in there, man. He was snatching kids up. Told me, sit your ass down. You know what I'm saying? My daddy came through the classroom like maybe once every 2 months, nigga. But you never knew what day he was coming. You knew it was coming, but you just didn't know what a day. When you're a kid, your attention span ain't long enough to remember that your daddy is gonna come. You know what I mean? And the nigga, because he lived in Vallejo, and we lived in Oakland.
We got people wanting to beam in now.
Yeah, man, technically beam in. I know they got their ass hooked as kids. Shit. We all did.
Finally beaming. They break it up. They break it up. Y'all back down memory lane, which kind of forced me to interject my story. But yeah.
Yeah, man. Shit, talk about the ass hookers, man. We all got them.
Yeah, shout. Yeah. All right, Mr.
I'm gonna get out y'all way.
Appreciate you. All right, peace. Mr. Real Estate. What's up?
Hey, brother, how's it going? Is my audio okay?
Very good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm struggle streaming. I'm new to this, fellow content creator myself. So I've been looking for new streams to join in and subscribe to, and I came across you. Heard some of the discussion earlier with Crawford, and so far it's been great. So keep it up.
Oh, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Yeah. Big ups. Thanks for having me.
Welcome to the show.
And as far as ass whoopings, I can tell that was an older woman speaking because I am 27 years old. And when my dad brought a belt to the school to whoop my ass and asked the principal, is there a room I can whoop his ass in? And they looked at him weird. And all them white people told him, no. And then he whooped my ass in the parking lot. Guess what happened after? CPS was called and I was removed. And me and my sister was put in a fucking receiving home for weeks until our father can get us out. So generations have changed when it comes to the public ass whooping. That's for sure.
Damn.
Nice. Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah.
Where you grew up at?
I'm from Northern California, Sacramento to be exact. And 2 years ago, I relocated to Portland, Oregon. So I've been West Coast all my life.
Yeah, I'm from Oakland. Yeah, because Oakland, they whatever helped, they wanted it. They didn't give a fuck what you did. They was like, man, if you want to beat all these kids up, just do it. Just shut these kids up. You know what I mean? That's how bad we was in school. When they see my dad, I'm telling you, they gave a nigga a badge. They probably handed him a belt. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, take care of these motherfuckers today. Because anytime he came, dog, he had a suit on. And you know what I'm saying? He was suited. We were suited for ass whoopings. You know what I'm saying? And he'll shut down the whole class.
Hey, that's crazy. And it's not just a Oakland thing. It's more of a poverty thing because, you know, in the hood and stuff, I mean, these teachers got limited resources. They like, hey, we'll take all the help we can get. Meanwhile, I'm over here, grew up in the suburbs with the white folks. So to what would be called discipline in a hood school, getting that yo ass whoop, and in this kind of environment is called child endangerment. So different strokes for different folks, unfortunately.
Yeah, we had some fucking kids where I was from.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. Hey, and I did want to weigh in earlier, but I was unable to on the Crawford situation. I actually didn't even know what was going on at all until I tuned in on your channel. So I, Googled real quick. So I made sure I wasn't the odd man out. And I must say this sounds very similar to the class action lawsuit that was recently settled with Byron Allen. Are you guys familiar with that at all?
What happened? What was the end result? I remember it was like a year and a half ago or something to go see it. But what happened with the final result?
Yeah, if you remember, about a year and a half ago, Byron Allen and Al Sharpton banded together and sued Comcast for it was either like 20 billion or 20 million or something, but they were claiming that there was systematic racism and discrimination, and they held back contracts from them and tweaked their contracts and didn't allow them equal access on the cable network. And they basically won that suit, because I've been through different suits myself, and I can tell you, when you sue somebody and you settle, is because you got a good deal. You might not have got exactly what you were looking for, but you got something that was more than amicable for yourself. So you basically won in a sense. So in that situation, that was ended in Byron Allen's favor. And I hear some other people come on to your chat earlier, and they're like, well, how can you prove racism? I mean, if you can breach a contract, then you can prove that, but you can't really prove racism. And I must say, in actuality, you can prove that, especially in a corporate setting, because I own a business. And just to give a very elementary example, if I'm in charge of hiring within my organization, and if I hire on nothing but Asian people, even though I hire many Black people, even though I hire many Indians, even though I hire many Hindus, and I only hire the Asians, well, this is where it gets a little murky. If the Asians are less qualified on paper, if statistically using ones and zeros, there were better candidates I passed up on, and then the statistics show that I'm only choosing this race, then there are multiple ways that you can prove racism and favoritism. So yes, in this situation, I think Crawford is going to have a very, very amicable settlement, especially since we're in the day and age of Black Lives Matter. Everybody wants to pander and submit to the will of Black people, and corporate sponsorships, and this. So I'm pretty sure that, so that the name's not dragged through the mud, so that the stuff doesn't come to light about what kind of racism and shit was really happening. Because if it's not settled, then it's public. And if it's not settled, then it can be talked about in the future. Then Sports Center and all these networks and stuff can run documentaries for the next 10 years about this man and his sports agent company that he was running. I think it was called Top something or something. Top Rank. And that can fuck his money up for generations. So hell yeah, he gonna settle. And it's gonna be in Crawford's favor. But at the end of the day, you can prove these things.
Right. Appreciate you, and welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me, brother.
All the time, dog.
I'm really interested in promoting riveting discussions. I mean, I'm out here in Portland, Oregon with the white people. I ain't got no Black folk to even interact with. So I'd be popping in on.
You gotta go to St. John, bro.
You got us Sunday to Thursday.
St. John, brother. You ain't been out to St. John's. It's gentrified over there too. Nigga, first of all, the name of your channel triggered me because I gotta fly to California back home every 2 weeks for a haircut because there ain't even a fucking black barbershop in the state of Portland, Oregon that can cut my hair. It's crazy. I can't get a good edge up nowhere.
Oh,
it's
man.
Ridiculous.
You got to drive to Washington.
Bruh, I ain't taking the risk up there. I will hop on my 45-minute flight to California and go back to the hood, Oak Park, North Highlands, and go get a bomb ass lineup for $30.
Facts.
And then fly my ass back out here to the woods.
For sure, man. Thanks for coming, big dog.
Yeah, and before I get out of here, I do have a question for you. How long have you been streaming for, and what kind of content do you typically cover?
Boxing and boxing, manhood, and current events. I think that's what we do mostly. But
nice. Okay.
The show changes every night though. Like we talk about Terrence Crawford, then we talk about Job Corps, and it's only 6 people in here that's been a Job Corps, and other 1,000 of us that's gonna sit here and listen. I'm being honest. So I don't know. I don't know where the show gonna end up, but I know where it's gonna start because I put the title. But outside of that, I have no control.
Hey, I feel you. And how long have you been streaming for?
This show has been going 2.5 years now.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, I recently discovered that YouTube even had a live streaming function, like literally 2 weeks ago.
Facts.
That's crazy. Well, all right. Thanks for having me. I'll definitely be back in the future. But you found yourself a new subscriber. Keep up the great content.
That's love.
Hey, remember the boxing section? You can subscribe there too, man.
Yeah,
we on all night.
Yeah.
Right after this.
Hey. All right. I'll take a peek. Peace.
Wow. Yeah. What's up, 252? We got Batman coming in next. What's up? Yeah, we're a great tandem. I get Birdman too. I'm forgot about Birdman.
I'm gonna hit that music on me, so I'm gonna make it kind of quick. So the thing about calling Aram a racist, do I think he's a racist? Well, Aram's almost 100 years old. He's a 100 years old, almost 100 years old white man, lived through Jim Crow, lived through all this. Yeah, of course he's probably a racist. But let's get something straight. He protected Terrence Crawford all these years. As we were calling on different sites, the Bob Arum Witness Protection Program. Terrence Crawford every year fighting these mandatories, guys ain't nobody ever heard of. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I watch a lot of boxing. I never heard of Mean Machine before Terrence Crawford fought. You know what I'm saying? And fighting these mandatories and guys that he could beat. And you know what made me mad is that, and a lot of people saying this, when his contract ran out, he re-signed back with him. I'm like, yo, how can you cry racism now? Like you said, when you re-sign back with him, when everybody's telling you not to re-sign back with him. That just makes no sense to me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think anything Terrence Crawford is in is his own part. And Bob Arum, I mean, he's getting up there in age. He's still not the greatest promoter because I'm not a Lomachenko fan, but you got a guy in Lomachenko, a white guy, that's fighting like that. And you can't make this guy a household name. I'm like, come on now. I mean, the writing's on the wall, man. I mean, come on, dog. I mean, it's got to be a problem. You can't make that guy a household name because white people, they love it when white boxers dominate, even if their competition is inferior, like Triple G. I don't like Triple G, but white people, for some reason, they was obsessed with him, had him on Apple commercials, and it is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I like to say one thing to Kyle. The other night when I left this channel, and Kyle opened up his channel, I ended up staying up to 10 in the morning listening to those guys, man. It was like 10 in the morning over here. I don't know what time it was about, what it was over there. 7 in the morning over there. But yeah, man, it was crazy, man. He was talking about a lot of stuff, man. And it was very interesting. But yeah, I enjoy y'all channel. You know, like I said, I don't want Kyle to hit that music. I'm going to enjoy the channel, and I'm going to keep tuning in every night. All right, peace.
Nice love. And Batman, where you go, man? You know it's love in the shop. You know you got. I mean, you and Keon be killing it over there. Even though you be late all the time with your new haircut and all that. Man, I was channel surfing like a mug today, man. I appreciate all the content creators, man. I don't care what level you on. I think it's just great when you can get different perspectives. To be honest with you.
Hey, Fred, my boy Batman, boy got the fresh cut, fresh lineup on the beard.
Yeah.
My man coming with the wave cap.
You got your boy calling in right now. What's up?
Hey, salute, Fred and TBS.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on? Hey, me and him had the same voice last week.
No, I haven't called in a minute. Since Pacquiao's been out the game.
I was sick last week. That's why I said we had the same type of voice.
Oh, but now I've been more focused in football, and as it pertains to the Crawford situation, I don't know why we signed with Top Rank. I was kind of disappointed in that because Bob said you couldn't really market him, not really doing his job and selling him, but maybe it's for the best, and maybe now that they're fighting like this, we'll see the Spence fight after Spence walks through Ugas, which would be for undisputed, which I think is needed in the welterweight division. And another reason I kind of fell off a little bit of boxing, the commissions, all the different belts and all that. But I do like now that they've made a concerted effort at getting rid of some of these ridiculous belts that don't have no meaning. And I don't know how you feel about that, Fred and TBS. But I'm curious to see if during Discovery they get all the electronic communication between Bob, because emails can paint a story like John Gruden, and he got fired because of the emails. So I do think it might settle, but it depends on how prideful Bob is. If you see he can go that way, maybe he settles, and if he doesn't, he wants to go it, and then these emails come to light. I'd be curious to see what those see. I don't know what you guys' thoughts on that.
Kyle?
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, Kyle.
I can't barely hear.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can y'all hear me?
I hear you. Go ahead.
Oh yeah. Oh no. So yeah, that's I just kind of want to get you guys' take on that. That's just Discovery, electronic communication, emails, and the boxing belts.
I am a fan of the Discovery. Like I'm not getting in the way of it. I want everything to come to light. I don't want shit. I don't want to. I'm not in the business of protecting Top Rank. I'm not in that business. That's not barbershop conversations. That's not why I'm here. So if they can do a discovery, get the discovery. Get as much information as possible. We need those emails if there are emails, or in anything thereof it, Bruce Trampler called him $1 million slave last week, so where does that fit in at,
Who's that guy?
He's the matchmaker. So
and my last topic, I kind of want to get your guys' thoughts, but I'll hang up after and y'all answer. Right now in the NFL, we've only got one coach that's black. That's Mike Tomlin. They fired Cully, Brian Flores. They're getting rid of everybody. I would like to see. So I'm a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. So I would like to see Todd Bowles get a head coaching job, and I think he will after this season. Same for our offensive coordinator as well. But I'll end with that. But hey, I appreciate you taking the call, and I'm back, Fred.
Welcome back. That's your boy, man. He always hang up like that. You didn't know who that was? That's the Only Dad's podcast. You bet him. Yeah, I told you your boy about the. Anyways, see, I know the phone number's coming in. His voice was a little bit tired tonight, so you didn't and you ain't heard it in a minute. But anyways, the black coaches, listen. Oh man, either we gonna build our own or be complicit. We can't expect change within their system they created. Do I want more black people to get jobs? Sure, but it's not going to be what we want and what we desire because it's the system they created. So that's where I stand on it. I'm independent, man. Like I'm 100%. Me personally, I'm independent 100%. Dre is head of pediatrics, at her job, but me, I'm 100% independent, you know. So whatever I eat, whatever I kill, I eat. Whatever I plant, it got to grow and I got to eat it, you know. So I'm all about getting my own, you know. So the Hawthorns would survive off of the intellect in the hands of Fred, you know. So that's where I'm at. Yeah, it's gonna be a couple more. They're gonna be assistant coaches. They're gonna be head coaches, you know. But it's just gonna be a carousel.
They don't get no leash.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck a long leash. They ain't gonna get no leash. You gonna have a collar. Nigga gonna have them by the collar. As soon as they do some wrong shit, it's over.
Facts. So
that nigga, listen, the nigga turned that whole franchise around, dude.
Who's that?
Brian Flores.
He did?
Dude.
See, this is my first year watching football, so I don't know the backstory.
Ass.
He was with Miami?
Dolphins straight ass, bro.
And they've been winning?
They've been winning, dude.
Did
they won eight. They won 8 straight games. They lost one, then they lost. Then they won their last 2.
Did they make the playoffs?
No, hell no.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know I'm watching the playoffs Saturday, but I'm not fully invested. I just watch the games. You know what I mean? Like I'm not following it from in between the Sundays. So
yeah, that's my problem. I be so invested into this shit.
Well, Birdman asks, he's been waiting an hour. Appreciate you, Birdman. Thank you, dog. Fred, what should? Oh, I just answered it. Be themselves. Go on there. The same thing I argue with Bill Haney about all the time when he come on. Fred, what should these fighters, in your opinion, do to avoid stuff like this? And the new fighters, I think Terrence Crawford should have protected his fighter and say, "Don't sign," if they had this problem. Simply put, be independent, fight by fight basis.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. I really thought Keyshawn Davis was gonna sign with Eddie Hearn.
I thought he was gonna sign with Eddie Hearn too. That I got a video about Deontay Wilder, Earl Spence, and Gary Russell. They should do their own tour and fight 3 times a year.
Hell yeah. We talked about that shit.
They would make a lot of money. They will make a lot of money. And you know what I want to say too? Speaking of Top Rank, ironically enough, Kevin Cunningham got a fighter. He's fighting on the main event against Joe Smith. So we got to support that Saturday night, man. We'll talk about it Sunday.
COVID. I fucking hate COVID. I really do.
Well, it's a benefit to him. It definitely helped out him. So in this time it helped. But yeah, COVID has definitely done a doozy on most things and on many things in our life. So you know, it so we'll root for him. And we'll root for Coach Cunningham. He's fighting Joe Smith in the main event on Top Rank, you know. So
hey, if he beats Joe Smith,
he's beatable now. He's an ABC fighter. You know, he got the heart of a lion. You know what I mean? He got the will. His will is made out of steel. You know, it ain't, you know.
I normally don't bet against Kevin Cunningham though.
Gaffard. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Steve Gaffard. So Saturday night, after the football game, we go over there and do that. I was thinking that too, Ryan. That's a good point. But it's not about I don't think this case is about racism. And I just took a picture to prove it. It's not about racism. It's about Terrence Crawford getting his just due. Because the last thing that he asked for, it's not about race. A, finding that Top Rank breached its contractual duties owed to Crawford. B, awarding monetary damages and amount to be provided in trial over the judicial minimums of this court for punitive damages and the amount to be proven at trial, awarding interest in the amount according to proof. E, award pay the lawyer fees in E, and F, award Crawford such further legal and equitable relief as the court deems just and proper. He doesn't want no action. He doesn't want no race stuff. As it's not about race. That was a narrative. That was a narrative. And if you heard the lawyer that represents You know, probably the one of the most top 10 most important black people in Hollywood. You know, and he said if this wasn't in a legal form, they were opening them up for you know, a reverse case. So it's not about race. It's not about race. It was to get attention to the case. And are they wrong for doing it? No. Uh, is it bending? Did they want to play upon our emotions? Yes. Did they get me to emotionally respond? Yes. But this is about Terrence Crawford seeking financial damages from Bob Arum. And Bob Arum is gonna spin it on him. He's gonna spin it on him. You know, he's gonna counter with something, and it's gonna be quietly messy, you know. And Bob Arum purposely, and this is the reason why I didn't want to call Bob, because I haven't seen him at the fight. You understand? I haven't seen him visually at the fight because he obviously wants to avoid the press this week because he's not the guy to say no comment consistently. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of money from Bob, about $1 million a year, about 2 million, about maybe 3, maybe 4. You know what he say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how much I'm getting. Yeah, you know. So yeah. So, anyways, so that's where we're at with this, man. Good show, man. So now everybody has the information on the court case. I wish there was a downloadable file that I can give this to y'all, because I'm not responding to y'all motherfuckers. And y'all say, hey, can you send it to me? I ain't doing it. It's too many of y'all. But if you want, use this and fast forward it. But I just want everyone to have a benchmark so we don't have to go off of emotions, because I don't really like going off of emotion. I mean, I like the show, but I like the facts. Give me the facts and let me decide what I want to decide. You know, narratives are cool. You know, I felt for the Democratic narrative for years, you know, 30-some years, you know, so that's over. So Kyle, thank you, man, for coming on. And
man, thanks for having me, big dog.
Yeah, no, it's all love, man. And Birdman, hopefully I answered your question. I thank you guys for playing a part in it. And I'm not tricked by this. This is a case for Terrence Crawford to redeem his money, because what they asked for does not coincide with the introduction of the case. They're not asking for punitive damages based off racial discriminations. They're basing it off of the contract that they signed in 2018 and 2019 with Kavalauskas. That's what they're asking for. They're not asking for racial discrimination packages. That was a narrative. As the lawyer said, that was a more of a press release. So whoever made the best man win. That's where I'm at with it. You got me for 24 hours to react to this in an emotional, like a black man supposed to respond. I'm not rooting for Bob. Y'all don't understand. Like that's the same response I got, Kyle, when they said when I said I wasn't a Democrat, I'm voting for Donald Trump. That's the same thing. That's because you guys are so not used to a black man being independent. That is scary. It's scary that I'm not going with the masses. That scares you because you want to be a part of a group. You want to be a part of the pro black group, the Hoteps, or you want to be a part of Bob Arum. I choose not to be a part. I'm going to wake up in the morning, take Lincoln and Kennedy to school, and Lincoln and I are going to listen to Chapter 5 of the autobiography of Malcolm X, and we're going to listen to Duke Ellington and John Coltrane in a sentimental mood, and I'm going to drop him off, go run, and go work out. And that's it. Like, I'm not emotionally invested in this. Like, not one. I thank God. Thank you to Coach Malachi for sending this to me. I'm glad I read it. It's not about race. No, it's not about race. It's not about race. So, you know how you hide something from people? You put it in the book. It's not just black people. You put it in the book. 80% of boxing fans will not read that case. Will not read that case. Trust me. What's up, Kyle? Let's get out of here, man. I appreciate you guys. This is our Friday, man. I appreciate you, man. We had a great show today. Keon, I thank you. I enjoyed your show today, Keon. Keon, dope ass show. I saw you post, man. Y'all were amazing. I'm saying everybody was. I don't care how you feel about it. I'm glad that we're covering it. Like, is it an important case? It could be if Terrence Crawford want to be Nat Turner, but if it's just about his pockets, it's not an important case because it's not about race. He can make it about race. He can file a claim, but the court claims ain't about racial discriminations. It's about punitive damages. So, anyways, I'm gonna post it right now. I'm gonna do a story on it by the morning, and we'll talk about it, and we'll definitely bring Brianna Betty back. So, what's up, Kyle? What we got?
Like we always say, man, Fred, keep your foot in these niggas' necks at all times. Nigga, we ain't supervisors. Nigga, we bosses.
Bosses.
In the words of the great philosopher DB, Procedural. Play the song, Fred!
And here's the catch. Here's what's going to happen. Fans are so in denial now that they know PBC is preventing Earl Spence from fighting, and and Bob Arum, it was presenting Terrence Crawford from fighting. They're going to ignore that. Now Earl Spence knows. Earl Spence knows now. You know, they know. It's as clear as day. It's as clear as day. You know, we gonna see. We gonna see, man. Hopefully everybody's bosses in some capacity in their life, man. I appreciate y'all. And that's where we're at. So totally appreciate y'all. And great show.
Make sure y'all go check out the film. We submitted it to a couple film festivals, so hopefully they get picked up.
Damn, I got a bombshell with Leon Muhammad, man. Oh my God. Hey, this Leon Muhammad interview. Oh my God. People Hernandez, Birdman, I.N.O. Boxing, The Village, brother. Birdman, D. Will, Ryan, D. Will, Respect My Tech, D. Will, Birdman. Dog, this Leon Muhammad interview. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's so good.
You got him again, huh?
It's so good. Oh my God, it's so good. Oh my God.
I gotta get him on a documentary too.
Sure. Yeah, you gotta go down there and catch him. Yeah. I'll give you his number and all that. You can do that. Whoever number I got, it's yours. You know what I mean? Whoever you think of, and you know, whatever I got.
I just got the person I really want for the documentary though. Emmanuel Augustus.
He dead.
No, he not.
Man, Emmanuel Augustus been dead, man.
No, he ain't. Bro, you tripping?
Well, y'all tell him in the chat Emmanuel Augustus is dead. He changed his name.
Oh, me. Yeah.
Don't act like you know.
What did he change his name to again, Fred?
What was his name? Oh man. If you can interview him, Kyle, man. Dog. Man. If you can interview him, I'm gonna run into Master P this summer. Guaranteed. His son gonna be at the Drew League and we gonna talk for 30 minutes. Master P was my dude, man. He was my dude.
You used to train his son, right?
Yeah, for 3 years.
Why you stop doing that?
Property. You know what I mean? You got it. Burton. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Great show, Kyle. Enjoy your show. I'll be in my room. Love you, man. Love y'all too. Hey, y'all disagree with me. Y'all got to start calling in. Emmanuel Augustus Burton ain't dead, Fred. Emmanuel Augustus is dead, man. Man, come on, man. I'm not stupid now.
Damn, I'm trying to figure out what is he did change his name, dog. I can't think of what he named himself, though.
Emmanuel Augustus. Wait a minute, he ain't dead? Man, I thought he was dead. Hold, we got to find out, man. He's 47, living in Chicago. Wait a minute. I thought he died. Wait, he was in a car accident or something. Something happened to him though. The drunken master. I'm wrong. Damn, I'm so wrong. I apologize.
I thought you were saying that because he changed his name, though. He changed his name to something else, though.
He's not dead. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Something happened to him where he was almost dead. I'm sorry. Something happened to him where he was almost dead a long time ago. I don't know what it was, but was he in a car accident or something? Man, I thought Floyd paid for his funeral. I thought Floyd paid for it. He got shot, right? I knew something happened to him. Anyways, man, he used to dance in the ring. You remember him?
Mm-hmm.
All right, man, we gone. Love y'all, man. Peace, Kyle.
All right.
Y'all got something to laugh at tomorrow. Peace.